Hi everyone, welcome back to Curse on Dice. Alrighty then. So episode 29. So I came across the issue of I cannot find my old maps of the Southern Isles, so I had to rename most of the cities. Probably all the cities, to be honest, including the city that is the title of this video, which is Magrid. If you were not here last week and you did not watch the video, Brandon, you missed out on one heck of one. I can't believe Brandon's character died that way. That was
yeah, you're funny. You're so funny. Really
the monk's arms just got dismembered, and he fell to pieces.
Hey,
there was so much peanut butter.
There's so much peanut butter.
The streets are riddled.
In reality, there was a lot of peanut butter. They had essentially a duchess dropped off with Stoney's niece, Emerald, made their way back to the house and found Stoney's brother acting quite strange, in which now he could teleport, and he was talking about weird things about a mother, and then abducted his own son and disappeared somewhere, to which Stoney, he also gave Stoney a bit of a hint of what his plans were, because evildoers like to monologue. I mean, he's not an evildoer, totally not an evildoer. Well, about a story that Stoney knew when he was much younger, and which led Stoney to believe that he needs to return once again to the Southern Isles. And he managed to take passage on a guild ship. I can't remember the name of the ship because I didn't write it down because I'm a terrible person and I'm horrible at writing notes. Nope, it's not Ivy.
No, my cat.
Nope, not a cat either. Pretty sure it's not a cat.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, so quit it.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
I'm going to throw rocks at you.
Alright, so here's we go. Where is... Does anyone remember the name of the captain of the ship? No? That's okay.
I'm not from the Southern Isles, so...
Dovin was pretty drunk, so he wouldn't have paid attention.
That was the other thing.
Intoxicated with peanut butter alcohol, so...
Yeah,
you're welcome, by the way.
Yeah, Dovin got wasted and managed to get Krevin peanut butter wasted. They fell madly in love, made out with each other a lot.
Wait,
half
what?
of that's
Spooned
true.
a little on the boat.
Wait, did that actually happen?
The spooning, yes.
I mean, if you would watch the video, you would know.
Look, I have been busy. I've been able to watch shows I want to watch. You know how far behind I am?
Rude.
That's rude. See, this is the state of the union at the moment. Even my players won't watch our own videos.
Look, you know how far behind I am in Supernatural?
Look, that's your fault. All right, Supernatural comes around once a year. So, Stoney is currently overcoming with the exhaustion when you guys land into the skyport of Magrid. So as he lands, he and the captain, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me, I'm going to have to go back and watch our last video myself, who happens to be a four-fingered elf of some kind, will lead you guys to the guild house, or hall, whichever you choose to call it. And when you guys go inside, Stoney kind of points a few things out, including to a bar in the back right corner, hinting at Dovin. He also asks Krevin to not get peanut butter everywhere.
No promises.
And then, Millie, you can follow him if you want, or you can go to the bar. Do whatever you want. It's your character. But Stoney's going to go down and talk to a old man and one of those blue fish Triton people things that you heard about.
Well, it's a new city, so other than heading immediately to the tourist trap because she'll get there. She'll get there. She'll just look around nearby for any of her typical targets, people who seem to have too much money for their own good.
In this particular hall, it seems like there's quite a few people that dress floppishly, fancy, and then as the humidity sets in on your skin, even inside this hall, you realize they might not dress that way out of fashion, but more of because it's freaking hot.
Mm-hmm. I want their money.
Doesn't matter what they have. I just want their money.
Stoney definitely would have asked you on the way down to please don't steal from any of his fellow guild members.
Yeah, fine. None of your guild members, if they go the stupid fish hook, they're off the hook.
That's funny. Now, Krevin and Dovin, as if I had to ask, what are you doing?
Apparently waking up from spooning.
Dovin slept great.
Krevin is confused.
That's because Dovin was the little spoon.
Shh, Krevin, shh. It's okay. Shh.
Don't tell Olga.
Don't tell.
But Dovin would most likely hit the bar for a little and probably go find any way to make a little bit of money and eventually probably hit up that fishing competition.
Yeah. So I didn't mention on stream, but yeah, you guys would have heard about a few different things that go on in town, including the town itself is a major tourist city. There's many tourist traps. There's sights to see. There's the coconut grove that people come for. There's surf. There's water. Lots of swimming. Lots of fishing. And you definitely would have heard about the fishing competition. I just realized I have this saved on me, and I didn't want that. As well as there's just a lot of different things you could do around town. But when you go to the bar here inside the guild hall, you walk up to the bartender. They ask, "Are you a member?"
Like, nah, but this Stoney is.
I'm sorry, I can only serve to the members.
Oh. Man, I mean, I can slide you a little extra gold, you know.
I just want to become a member.
He slides the gold back.
Stoney!
You have to talk to the masters. Talk to the old man and Zolo.
Man. Yeah.
Is Zolo a place or a store?
What? No, Zolo's the Triton guy down there.
Oh, okay.
The one currently yelling at, "Holy shit, that's Stony Tark. I thought he was dead."
Nope, he's right here. Look at that. Kind of pick up his arm and wave it. All flesh and stuff.
So I failed to describe the guild hall. When you go in, there's kind of an upper level, and then there's a lower level that the stairs go right down into. It's called the pit because it literally looks just like a pit. There's a series of doors that go all around it. And then there's like tables and benches and stuff all around the upper level.
Don't
where
forget
people just gather.
New windows that Rat got.
The what?
Don't forget the new windows Rat got.
That was not here.
I probably confused the viewers so much now.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for a swanky tabaxi who's selling things that he shouldn't.
Oh, I've heard of the Great Maik.
You have not yet.
He outkilled God Set, didn't he?
I mean, Krevin would not know about that.
The death of a god?
Moving right along here. And actually, no, Maik did not do that.
All I know is that Team Carrot did it.
So, yeah, you guys can just kind of spend a little time wandering around. You see Stoney goes off into a doorway inside the pit and just disappears for a while.
He's dead.
It's nice knowing Stoney.
As in, he just does not come back out.
Every time we've ever seen someone disappear for this amount of time, they've died.
he ain't come back.
Well, I suggest we hold a funeral and then move on.
May he rest
Stone
in
was a person.
A very
Wait, did anybody get his guild thing so we could drink here at least?
It's a brand. We're not going to be able to just cut it off of him and glue it to ourselves.
I mean, it's worth a try, you would think.
How about you just go get the brand?
This decrepit old man that Stoney was talking to is kind of walks up, hunched over his cane, and says, "You could certainly do that. It wouldn't count, but you could certainly do that."
I'll go get the brand. Sounds interesting.
The brand. And you're looking to join the guild?
Wouldn't hurt.
Why, don't you already serve one cruel taskmaster of a god?
Right now, I don't think she knows where I'm at.
No, she definitely knows where you're at, and she's disappointed in you for eating waffles.
Which god is it?
A shitty one. She didn't give him waffles or peanut butter or anything.
She didn't allow you waffles or peanut butter.
It was
None.
the goddess of, what was it? Vengeance?
Son, I suggest you pick a new god.
She may or may not be my mother. I might not have a choice in the matter.
I'll pick a new mom. I don't know how that stuff works.
Neither do I.
Then just do it.
I severely doubt that your mother is your god. I mean, in some retrospects, most young men's mother is their god, but I severely doubt that a
If you
god
look
is
at
your
his
mother.
genitalia, you'll see that it has pincers, which proves that he's an angel.
That's all well and good. It does not mean your mother is a literal god.
I don't know. She has a color.
Well, many things are called mother in the world.
I'm gonna get this brand now. How can people confuse this Krevin?
Well, if you want the brand,
Confusing. They don't give you waffles.
but the guild will give you waffles as often as you like.
I prefer pancakes.
Also, we have peanut butter.
And at that word immediately signed. That's all it took, and you have Krevin's undying trust.
Are you looking to expand outside of this continent, or are you just kind of going to stay around here?
Oh, we have a few far outreached guild bases in a way, somewhat imperialistically. But
Well, that is the
for the
main-
most part, we.
Because I'd never heard of you before I met Stony.
Well, where are you from?
Neverwinter.
No, we haven't made it quite that far yet.
I haven't.
It's a trade center. You should try and get to spot there.
Yeah, well, that was the point of this tourist trap.
Lord of the Nine is all about having more heroes in the city to help too. He wants to be the Northern Waterdeep, as if they could with Luskin up there.
Yes.
They're just gonna attack anyway. Luskin.
Your open lord cracks me up. But you would like to join, Master? I didn't catch any of your names.
We didn't give them.
That's why I didn't catch them.
It looks like he wants to join in. I bet you the orc does too. He's strong and he likes to drink.
And they won't serve unless you're a member. I imagine he's already at getting the brand.
Here's the thing.
I prefer my freedom and my skin intact, thank you, though.
Yeah,
What?
especially when I could go to a tavern.
Once you become a member, the drinks are free. Here, at least.
You have never seen an orc run so fast in his life.
Shut up, Brandon. Maybe he wants to play this cool.
Someone's thinking about this.
In Embry Guild Hall, members drink for free. Also, we can provide paid work.
What kind of work?
All kinds. Protection, fetch quests, go here, fight this guy, bring back his head, go here, destroy this wizard's tower, go here, find this hidden treasure, bring it back.
Fight an avatar of the god of destruction.
That happened one time, and only...
I've
But to
seen
be fair,
Stony,
that's what people talk
and
about.
I don't want to be as lame as Stony. You guys don't seem like the partying type. I'm gonna say a hard no.
Okay.
That sounds like the kind of lifestyle a White Dragonborn would be all about. Who wants to be that kind of person?
A white dragonborn. Who's a white dragonborn?
Really?
I didn't play a white dragonborn.
There were 3
Oh.
Dragonborns in that party.
I remember. Yep.
Anyway.
Guy.
Well, if you want to deny yourself the glory of our various conquests, that's on you.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I have a very personal glory I seek to achieve, and no offense, I don't think you're going to be that much help in that goal. Seem like you're going, though. Have fun with that.
Well, you see, we thought Master Tark was dead, so I believe this is cause for celebration, especially if he brings back a new member. What's your name? You still have not told me.
I'm Greven.
Kevin, got it. I just
His
rubbed tea
name
all
is
over my
Sad Face
face.
McGee.
Sad Face McGee, that's what would be your guild name.
No,
He
my name
blinks from the eyes, and his tears are completely free.
That's only in Barovia. I don't bleed here. Well, not from the eyes, at least.
You were in Barovia.
Yes, horrible place.
He takes insults poorly and goes unconscious often.
I spent a short amount of time in Barovia. It's awful.
He talks of his gods sorely. And I don't know the end of that rhyme, but I'm working on it.
We have some bards that could help you.
Stony, get over here.
Not him. Master Tark is asleep. It seems he's exhausted himself worrying about his brother.
Yeah, he was doing that.
Hmm.
What is brother hitting on you?
Which
What?
time? Maybe?
What else?
I'm honestly not as good at reading people as I'd like to be.
It's nice to see Onyx getting out there again. He hasn't gone after anyone since his wife died.
Oh, now he seems to be possessed or something and has kidnapped his nephew and is going about maybe destroying the world. I don't really know.
Well, that's not good.
Why is Tony so stressed out? I think he's overreacting.
You may. Well, maybe you will save him. Maybe you won't.
I like the kid. Wouldn't mind saving him.
Well, stay
If
for the
Onyx
feast.
dies based on his own decisions, that's on him. I can't really feel bad about that. But I feel for the kid.
Yeah. Shale is a good boy. Lots of potential. I hope we can do something to save him. I hear your ship will be ready by nightfall, so enjoy your day, enjoy the feast, drink merrily.
Oh, I plan on it.
But the feast will begin 6 hours from now.
I'm already wandering towards the market with the expensive trinkets and other things.
Would your friend like directions? There's like a table with a bunch of maps sitting on it next to the door. You could totally grab one on the way
I'll
out.
just find my way there eventually. All streams lead to the marketplace after all.
Fair.
That and I got the whole city secrets thing, so figuring out a city is kind of a specialty.
Right. Makes sense. So, okay. Millie's going out and looking for a mark.
Several.
Before you can leave, though,
She's got a day to fill out.
several seconds before you get a chance to leave, he says, but when you get back tonight, take these, and he hands out 3 wooden coins, and as you each take them, they turn into golden coins, and they each say 1 day. At the end of, when the midnight hour comes, these will no longer be good, but as long as you have these, you can drink in the guild hall today. Just make sure
goes to the bar.
Make sure you do not lose them.
What happens if we lose them?
Well, then you don't get to drink at the bar.
Oh, darn.
Is it free at the bar?
Yes.
So Dovin's going to go to the bar, and he still has a keg. It's empty. He's going to put the keg up and say, fill her up.
The guy behind the counter says, what do you want?
That's the spirit,
Just
Joven.
put a bunch of stuff in there.
Just mix whatever?
Yeah.
You got it.
He is the liver destroyer.
He takes the keg down and walks around to the back.
Before he goes around the corner, he's like, I give you a challenge. If that knocks me on my ass, I'll give you 5 gold pieces.
Oh, you got it. He comes back several minutes
The funny
later.
thing about that is that's a really big brain move by Dovin, because either way he wins.
Yeah.
True.
Dovin. He brings back the keg and sets 2 kegs on the counter. Says, this one's yours. This one's the other stuff. Which one would you like to try first?
Everyone goes immediately for the other stuff.
Let's go the other stuff. See what you've got.
Kevin, no, not Krevin. Dovin, as you drink it, this straight up tastes like goblin piss. It is gross. It is nasty. It is the most foul thing you have ever tasted in your life. You feel like this is going to make you vomit. Krevin, you're just drinking water.
Dylan kind of, this will get me drunk, right?
Probably not. It's water.
Oh. Dylan's mad.
Here, you want some of the good stuff? And he taps your keg.
Grab it, just glaring at him.
He pours you a glass, and a thick red fluid pours out with a very light foam.
Is this blood? I mean, I'm
It
still
is.
going to drink it. I'd just like to know. Asking the bartender.
No,
He goes-
that's the initiation liquor, buddy.
He thinks for a minute. No, I don't think there's any blood in this one.
That was a good drink. Anyways, cheers.
You just shoot it.
Down it.
Full
Shoot
glass. Oh. Roll a Constitution save at disadvantage.
it. Oh, God. Metal dice don't screw me. Oh, wow, that's bad. It's a 10.
Dovin, for about 30 seconds, you don't feel anything. It was smooth. It was a rich, full flavor. The little bit of a cinnamon aftertaste. And then just as that aftertaste is starting to leave your tongue, you don't remember anything else from the rest of the day.
So right before that happens, Dovin's, cocky. This is nothing. My pee's got more strength than this, and then gone.
Done. Krevin, you see all of this. You're fairly... Roll an insight check.
Okay, insight.
Mhm.
My character sheet again, real quick. Dice. That is on Brack. That is not Krevin. Insight plus 3, 19.
You're pretty sure Dovin wasn't poisoned. It's just really good booze.
No, you might want to sit down, buddy.
Well, that would probably be the easiest way to poison Dovin, by the way.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
He
I'll
would
take
accept it from anybody. Some sketchy guy in a black hood. Want a drink? Sure.
it. Even if this is like straight piss.
Hey, kid, want to try some alcohol?
Want some death sticks?
Oh boy, don't I?
I imagine that's first how Dovin started drinking.
Age 6.
Why so long?
His mom hogged it all.
Late bloomer. So, Krevin, what's your next move?
As of right now, he's just gonna grab a simple drink. He doesn't need to end up like Dovin tonight.
What do you have?
Dwarven ale.
He starts pouring some of what's in Dovin's keg.
That's not Dwarven ale, is it?
Sure is.
Are you sure?
This is the Dwarven Fire brand. It's the best ale in all the land.
Fuck it.
I mean, it's technically a whiskey, but it's called ale. So you're gonna drink it too?
Sure, why the fuck not?
Are you just downing it like Dovin did? Or are you drinking cautiously?
Have I made Krevin an alcoholic?
No, but alcoholic in training.
Aw, my little Padawan.
You made him an alcoholic in training. Everything that happened to Barovia is going to be what pushes into alcoholism.
Pretty much.
It's
just
so
waiting.
fitting. It's upsetting. So, all right.
It's
You
funny
can-
because Millie's actually stopped drinking altogether since Barovia.
All right. So, yeah, Krevin, go ahead and make a Constitution save with advantage because you're drinking it slowly and with
Okay.
caution.
That's a +2. That's a 3, so that's a critical fail. Oh, wait, advantage. That's a 4.
Total.
Yep.
So you get to the end of your glass. You're feeling warm and bubbly. You're remembering the night before with the peanut butter shots,
And Dovin.
and you fall backwards off your stool.
Millie, catch me!
I'm already out the door.
Millie's not even there. You're just like, trust fall.
She hears as the door shuts.
Good.
She hears chair fall.
Well, they made it real far. Before I even look for a mark, I'm going to look for someone who looks like an alcoholic and try and sell them that coin.
I mean, Krevin and Dovin are right there.
Yeah, but they already have a coin. You can't sell something to an already like saturated market. You have to find somewhere unsaturated.
And
So I
Dovin's
will-
already unconscious. So
I will remind you guys that we ended last session as dawn was breaking, and you were arriving at the island in the city.
Yeah, so it should be easy to find the alcoholics because they still smell like alcohol.
It's roughly 9 o'clock in the morning.
When the
I'm
alcohol.
proud of Dovin.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and sniff out an alcoholic before I go for a mark.
So you would have to find the slummier areas, which actually takes a surprising amount of time. In all your experience in large cities, it's always been the slummy areas have always been the bigger part of the cities.
Half as much time as it would have, though.
Yeah. So instead of like an hour, or instead of like 3 hours, it takes about an hour and a half to find it.
That's fine.
There's not a lot. It seems like this city is actually pretty prosperous, and there's not a lot of people that are not working or something. You know what I mean?
I don't want someone who can't afford it. Obviously, like
But when I say slummy, I mean it's more of like up and coming, as in they're still building it, and that's the closest you can find to it.
yeah,
But
like,
you do find a guy.
who drinks too often and his wife doesn't like it. Find a coin to sell to him.
Roll investigation.
yeah, Mikhail, ruin a
He's
marriage.
level 6, damn it.
Yeah, Millie, ruin a marriage, like Dovin said.
Actually, not bad. 16.
Yeah, you find a guy in an alleyway sleeping with an empty bottle in his hand.
Just kind of tap the bottle.
He wakes up. Don't tell my boss.
I'm not going to. I have an offer for you. Did you spend all your money last night, or do you still have some?
I have a little. Wait, why? Are you gonna rob me?
I
I
hold,
said I
up,
want to get robbed in the city.
I hold up the guild coin.
Yeah, let's go, coin. I have him too. And he shakes a bag. Wait, do I still have
Those
gold?
sound like wood.
What?
This lets you drink free for the day.
Where at?
Any guild hole.
Which guild?
The one with the fish hook.
Oh, the big one. That one. The scary one.
Yeah, they gave it to me, but I don't drink, so I'm trying to sell it.
Oh. Well, how much you want for it?
What do you got?
I can give you
Give
3
me
gold for it.
Give me half of what you got, and we can call it a deal.
I can give you 3 gold for it.
Deal then. I don't need it.
All right. So again, as you're wandering about the city, like I said, a lot of it is very prosperous. You see a lot of new wood, like a lot of new wood for the buildings. It smells of sawdust and very, very faintly of sweat. Even with now that the sun's actually out, the heat is getting pretty ridiculous. there's a few people as you're walking around. The more of the bourgeois people have small clouds over them with like small snow, like little snowflakes falling on them, kind of like in Frozen, like Elsa does to Olaf. Kind of like that, obviously to keep them cool. You don't hear a lot of the like usual tinkering and loud sounds all over the city like you normally would. You're pretty sure this is one of the ones that actually makes sense, and all that shit is in one spot. Like, if there's a smith,
Nice. Makes it easier to find
yeah.
things.
They have an actual smelly street somewhere. But yeah, like you said, all roads end up to the market, and the market here is actually on the water. Well, part of it is like on the water. You see like stalls with fresh fish, carpentry of all kinds. There's literal. When I say carpentry, there's also like people there that are offering their services to go build you a house, like right now. There's people of all kinds. There's the rich, fancy tourists that are elves and humans and dwarves and halflings of all kinds, as well as those weird fish-like people. There's also these elves. You think they're elves. They got the pointy ears like one, but they also have gills just behind their ear, and they're bluish, and they have hair that's kind of green.
Millie's happy to be at another port city. It feels closer to home.
It probably would remind you a lot of home. And just like in
It's a lot warmer. Because
Yeah.
Neverwinter's like Seattle.
yeah. And again, like just like you would in Starless, that you smell the sea coming off of, wafting on the air. You smell the rich smells of the jungle coming out. Various flowers and foliage and whatnot are floating in. It's all around just a pleasant city to be in. You can see why tourists come
Enjoys
here.
her time walking around.
If you walk out by the water, you can see people. At first, for some reason, you think they're standing on the water and sliding around, and you're not quite sure what it is. And then on further observation, you see they're standing on big boards of wood, which is something you've never seen people do before. What else would there be? You can see there's people out on boats even farther out. You're pretty sure they're fishing because you heard about the fishing being a big thing around here. Yeah, there's like kids running in the street playing. They don't look like they're in rags and about to fall over dead from hunger.
Aw, lucky. You're in the nicer part of town.
There's also, weird enough, these brightly colored frog people that kind of walk around and then sit in a spot and watch people, and they walk around somewhere else.
Millie's not racist, but she's not sure she likes them.
Most of them have these spears that are like twice their size.
It's the spears, man. I don't know how I feel about the spears.
There's also, if you venture outside the market, just getting a feel for the city, further south, where things get a little more worky and grim, as in, like, you see the guard has a gallows right on the beach,
Oh, fun.
and you see there's a body hanging there, and there's people throwing, like, tomatoes and stuff at, like, fruit and vegetables at it. The already dead body, and then all of a sudden the body starts moving, and you see two of the guards point at something in the sand and start chasing what looks like a little stingray on the ground, and then a hood gets thrown back, and you see a little white kobold runs out into the water and swims away.
What the fuck was that? Did the guards look like they're trying to go after the white kobold when it's swimming away?
Yeah, and then when the kobold went away, the body stopped moving.
I'll take a pot shot at it. Isn't that? Okay. It's got a habit.
All right,
Go, Everett, you're trying to kill that.
he's below the water, but go ahead.
Not terrible. 14 plus 21.
You're not quite sure, but you think you see a little bit of red float up.
Yeah, that's what you get for something.
And both the guards are looking around, and they scowl at you as they march over to you.
I
Across
just
the
kind
sand.
of fade back into the crowd. I thought you would be happy.
Well, they're kind of talking to each other. Honestly, you probably get more of the impression that they're scowling because of the kobold.
That's fair.
You still just fade away.
I'll sneak closer. Fade in and around.
So as you're fading, as you're like pushing through a crowd, you feel a hand on your shoulder. It says, "Calm down, mister. You're not in trouble." You turn around to see one of these guards in their silver tabards.
Just here we go. Sorry about that. Force of habit.
It's okay. Why did you shoot at that young man? We were just trying to capture him. That was quite rude.
That's usually how I capture things.
I mean, that's fair, but that's not how we do things here.
I mean, he didn't float up, did he?
No.
And trap him instead of talking to me. Get your quarry.
Well, really, we're not trying to hurt the poor guy. It's just creep. He likes to come and make a fuss with everyone by animating the dead bodies.
Well, maybe now he's learned a lesson.
Maybe. It would be nice to be able to take the deader cart through town or to the graveyard without his. Have you ever seen a mass resurrection? Or mass animate dead, I should say.
I haven't, but if he's young and he's got that much talent, you should just try and employ him instead of going through this workaround.
We've been trying that, but he keeps running away.
Well, he got shot this time, so he might do things differently.
Maybe. But in either case, please, ma'am, do not go around shooting at our citizens. The tourists don't like it.
But I'm a tourist.
Of course. We like it.
Again, fair enough, fair enough. Where are you from?
Not here.
Fair enough. Where are you going?
Not there.
What's your business?
My favorite color is blue. African or European, Swallow?
He looks up and looks over at his partner. Todd, I think this one's daft. We should just let her go. Todd nods.
As Millie walks away. Works every time.
I heard that. He's just in the background. She's a weird little thing.
Back to the market. I need to take things.
Okay, so go ahead and roll sleight of hand.
Yes. 23.
Nice. Okay, roll a percentile.
D10. 31.
31.
I roll 30s on this a lot, I feel like. In that range, anyway. I'm
So-
totally going to lose Wish the first time I cast it.
So, you pick from a fancy lady's purse a vial of ash.
Does it look like someone's husband?
You don't see like any teeth or anything in it.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that once more. Actually, most of the things on this list are not harmful, so you can do one for every hour, I would say. So a total of 6 rolls if you want to make them here. Or until you get caught.
I just rolled 4 in a row and the lowest die was 11, so let's do this. Alright, so those 4 goes 16 on die, 14, 12, 11.
So what are they total?
So plus 7, it goes 23
Okay.
again.
Okay, that's enough.
21,
Yep.
19, and 18.
All right, roll percentile those 4 times. But do so slowly so I can actually read these off.
96.
96. Uh-oh. I started getting dark when I got to the 90s. You find a wooden mask that's painted blue and white. And it's like one of those drama masks, and it's painted like a sad face.
Alrighty. 89.
89. You manage to pick something cold out of someone's pocket, and as you sneak away, you realize it's a small ball of snow.
How the fuck did that even happen? I throw it back at him and then disappear.
Roll a ranged attack.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. 9.
So it just kind of some weird mixture of the humidity, and you're surprised by what's in your hand. It's more of a oh god, oh man.
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
Yep. That's
Alright,
okay.
third one.
You get 2 more. Yep.
25.
All right, I gotta scroll all the way back up. Hold on. It's freaking 3 pages of this stuff. 25.
Uh-huh.
You find a dagger that is somehow extra shiny, no rust on it. Mechanically, that's a +1 dagger.
Oh, dope. Oh, I've got a magic weapon. I'm gonna poke someone's eye out. And 64 for the last one.
64.
Like the Nintendo.
Hi!
Do I get a Nintendo? Because Millie will retire if she gets a Nintendo. All is well at that point.
That's a pretty great life at that point.
Billy has left the game, everybody.
Millie
You
has
find-
better things to do. Like
You find a-
Rampage and Donkey Kong.
You find a small can that's about yay big. About yay big. It's got a tab on it, a cap and a tab on it. When you pull the cap off, there's a button underneath.
So a small can with a button in it.
Yeah.
I look at the button.
Do you press the button?
Oh, it's a pressing button.
Mm-hmm.
Do
I
it,
press-
do it,
I
do it, do it, do it.
definitely press the button.
Okay, I need you to roll a d4.
Acha. 1.
So, some kind of liquid sprays out and hits you in the face.
There.
As well as it spreads to a radius of 10 feet, so people around you start coughing and choking as well as you do. And as this burning sensation on your face, in your nose, back of your throat, all of it, you are effectively blind for 6 minutes.
I basically just run into people for 6 minutes until I find an alleyway and huddle in a corner.
As well as several. Hold on, I'm gonna roll to see how many people you also got with this.
I will be right back.
These
2 people. You also got 2 people, random passerbys. Effectively, what you have is a can of pepper spray.
Remember to point into the opposite direction next time.
I just imagine those 2 people are like, it's gonna be a good day out today. You know, nothing's
I'm gonna go
horribly
fishing.
wrong, and then blind for 6 minutes.
This is the worst vacation ever.
Sorry.
So yeah, when you spray that, everyone within a 10-foot radius is blind for 1d10 rounds, and it has a total of 4 more uses now.
Alright. Dagger +1. Weird mask. Vial of ash. I feel like I took someone's family member. Again.
Again?
Yeah, I feel like I've gotten a vial of ash before, and Millie's just starting to get really confused by people. And what was the last one?
It's a possibility. I think I put that like 3 times on this list. They were all different things.
Alrighty. Successful day.
Yeah. You still have 1 more hour if you want to steal again or if you want to just head back to the guild.
Natural 20. Not even.
I'm guessing you're stealing again.
Yeah. So 27 if it's sleight of hand.
So with the natural 20 there, I'll let you roll the D100 twice and pick which number you want to use.
Woo! 88 and 38. 88.
88? Oh, this actually works better for the game it was intended for, but that's okay. You find an embroidered handkerchief. I'm guessing you do not speak Dwarven.
Nope.
Okay. So, next to the embroidered handkerchief, when you write it down, will you also write an 88 so I can remember where to look?
Alrighty, yep. I have it labeled as embroidered hanky, Dwarven, 88.
Okay.
That takes up so much room, I'm changing it to just embroidered hanky, 88.
Okay.
Just kind of stuff in my pocket.
So 6 hours later, it is roughly 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So you've had a very successful morning, really.
Did the others wake up, the drunk ones?
As you walk into the guild, you see someone is splashing water on Krevin. No response. Someone pokes Dovin, and he wakes up with the start.
What? I think I owe bartender
the right way of
$5.
making them up when they're too fucked up to wake other ways, and I'll go use my new +1 dagger and poke Krevin in the foot.
Yeah, that does it. That'll wake him up. He's also AFK, so
That's fair. I just wanted him awake for my own pleasure.
I just realized my door
About
is
what
open.
time did Dovin get woken?
About 2 o'clock. I don't know if Mikhail told you. So
It's about 2 o'clock. If you look at Millie, she's got like a new mask hanging from her belt. She's got some got a shiny dagger.
fancy new dagger.
I'll just take a look and like, okay, stealing. Millie.
Millie did just like Millie did the Millie thing.
I was like, 2 o'clock, I guess still time in the night. I'm going to kind of take my keg and...
So
I'm
Dovin,
awake because I'm going to offer him the mask if he ever actually comes back.
Dovin,
he could use a new one, you know?
right? The other one's stained with angelic blood.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
So yeah, Millie, as you walked in though, you also see in the pit they pulled a tile out of the middle of the floor, like 4 tiles out of the middle of the floor, and there's a bunch of hot coals down there with 3 bars with all kinds of meat, pork, cow, chickens. There's a turkey in there, some kind of weird animal you've never seen, all roasting over this pit. It smells strongly of barbecue in here.
If it is ever offered, she will immediately eat the animal she does not recognize.
Oh yeah, you're being gestured down because you brought Stony back to them. It's his celebration, even though he's still asleep.
Yeah, I'll try whatever the fuck that is. Seems like a good idea.
It tastes vaguely of fish.
Interesting. What is it?
The guy says, I don't know, we caught it out of the ocean this morning.
Adventurous.
I mean, it was black and yellow stripes, so.
I hope I don't die.
So do we. You're the first to try it.
Well, nothing so far. So
I'm
that's
gonna roll. I'm gonna roll a thing that's totally unrelated.
It's just gonna keep eating until it starts to show bad side effects.
Yeah, you don't feel anything.
I think it's safe.
It's just tasty. It definitely tastes like it came from the ocean.
Yeah, 8 out of 10. Not bad. Not bad at all.
They also have like you would recognize it as seaweed hanging from strings over the coal, drying it out, as well as various other vegetables that are probably native to the island.
Yeah, I'll be back in just a minute. My dog went over to the garbage can, just garbage all over the kitchen, so give me like 10 to 15 minutes.
No, Krevin.
All right, so Krevin dies, and we roast
You're
him over
being
the coals as
attacked,
well.
though, Krevin. Like you've
Wait,
taken, you've
You
taken.
missed the
30
initiative.
damage. You've taken
Being
30
attacked?
damage, Krevin.
Okay, I know you're fucking with me. I'm gonna clean this up and I'll be right back.
30
So they-
damage, Krevin.
So they tie Krevin to the stake, and they turn him over the coals slowly. He's gone.
Yeah, this steak will be a little peanut butter flavored.
I guess I'll eat. I guess I'll eat Krevin because it'll probably taste like pad thai.
I'm just gonna assume Krevin eats something safe that he's eaten before, and then slathers it in peanut butter.
So peanut butter.
Yeah. But it's like chicken and peanut butter.
Yeah, it has to be the blandest of meats.
Yeah.
Because God wouldn't have given him something with a full-bodied flavor. No,
No.
it has to just absorb whatever it's given, like Krevin did.
So Dovin, you would definitely see that there are several full-size roasted pigs. What appears to be an entire cow. Something long and oblong shaped that Millie seems to be enjoying.
It's really not bad.
Dovin's gonna kind of hold up his coin and then go and take one of the pigs. Just walk away.
Just a whole pig.
Whole pig.
The lady that's turning the pig is like, "That's okay, you didn't need that here, but all right, it's good to know you have it."
Just in case.
As she pours,
An alcoholic.
as she pours beer over one of the pigs. There's nothing at this door, and it keeps opening on me.
It's gonna get you.
It probably. It's the damn ghost.
Ghost puppy.
2 seconds.
Revenge.
There we go. But yeah, Dovin, when you eat this pig, you can definitely taste the beer on it. It is bomb.
Dovin's in heaven.
Yeah.
He takes little shots of this out of his keg. He wants to be coherent for the rest of the night. At least as much as Dovin normally is.
Sounds like you have an upset Sterling over there.
Yeah, but the wife's getting him.
Okay. So, the Triton man that they referred to as Zolo earlier is all out ignoring you guys. Does not care about your existence at all. But the old man, on the other hand, comes up and says, "Are you enjoying yourself?"
Oh yeah, your city's got a lot of interesting stuff in it. Hey, does this mask mean anything?
He looks at it. It's a wonderful mask from the festival, the Summers Festival.
That's good. Just making sure it's not from like a weird cult or something.
Not any that I know of. We've dispatched
Sometimes
most of
the
those.
things that I find on the ground get me in trouble because they belong to cults, and I don't want that to happen.
Well, as long as people in dark robes don't follow you around, you should be okay. We've dispatched
They
most of the
already
cults.
do. They already do.
Oh, well, that is unfortunate.
Welcome to Barovia. Well, we're not there at the moment, but that's just kind of a side effect.
No, Barovia is a whole several dozen continents away.
Thought it was his own plane.
Well,
Very
that too. That too.
Just kind of absent-mindedly eat the fish.
He's He'll ask you. You're not planning on going back there, are you?
I do plan on killing Strub, yes.
That's a noble cause, but let me ask you, is it worth it?
Well, he'll be dead, so that's pretty cool.
True.
I don't have to worry about looking over my shoulder for any of that shit anymore.
Hmm.
Also pretty cool.
Strahd has many followers. If you kill him, they might come for you.
I mean, they're followers for a reason.
They're waiting for the leader seat to open, most likely.
Well, and because they couldn't take it from him to begin with. If we kill Strahd, we can kill them.
That's a fair assumption.
One follows the other. But I'm also really hard to find.
That's the thing about halflings. You are quite sneaky. Natural roguish abilities, I would say.
So, like, I stopped searching through his pocket for a second. What?
Stop that! Slaps your hand away.
Sorry, habit.
He has zippers on his pockets and zips them shut.
You know, if more people had those today.
Is that where you got that fancy new dagger you did not have this morning?
No, I bought that fair and square.
Mm-hmm.
Dovin laughs if he can hear that.
From a merchant who simply
Merely
wanted,
buy something fair
simply
and
wanted
square.
a coin that gave him free alcohol for the day.
Uh-huh. Where did you buy this dagger from?
Their back pocket.
Yeah, that's exactly where I figured you bought it from.
It's my dagger, I'm not giving it back. And I shovel like 15 feet away.
As you say that, you see someone turning around. Where did all my gold go? And he shakes a coin, our bag full of coins.
Oh, good.
We all have our little habits. And he flings it over his shoulder, and you watch it land on the guy's head.
Stoney made me promise not to take from you people. Otherwise, those would be mine.
Ronnie's a good man. I'm glad he didn't die in that tower.
What tower?
Well, I sent him and a group of his friends off to a tower a while ago. They came back with a friend. Well, the friend went back home. But they told us that it was a wizard's tower that collapsed in on itself if they killed him. I was certain he died in the falling.
It might have been nicer.
It sounds like it if he went to Barovia. That's
No,
unfortunate.
you seem to like Barovia more than most people. Kind of an odd one, that.
Stony is an odd man. Onyx is even further odd.
Well, yeah, that's because he's possessed by a demon.
Without that just adds to it.
I don't know. I haven't really seen him that much without the demon possession.
So as you guys are talking, he gets momentarily distracted. He says, "Oh, Wobble, it's good to see you again." And you turn behind you, and an orange, one of those tree frog-looking people, is slowly waddling down the steps.
Oh god, another one of them.
This one does not have a big-ass spear. He has instead some kind of belt and a little leather vest.
He's all up in his britches like he matters.
He's got 3 daggers on one side. He's got a little pouch full of money on the other side. He's got other pouches with some other things. It looks vaguely like the utility belt you've been dreaming of.
Oh, monster! Stab him to death. Just kidding.
I mean, you could try.
Probably get stabbed by a lot of people.
But as he walks closer, you see he has one of those fish hooks right on his nose.
Why would you put it there? You people are fucking psychotic.
He looks at you.
Yep.
He pulls out one pouch. There's a little vial of something. It's the color of algae, but with a slight tinge of blue in it. And he scoops it out and he wipes it on your forehead before you can react.
Ah.
And you hear, "Well, who are you?"
I'm covered in paint, that's who I am.
Well, don't rub it off. I needed to communicate with you people.
Why not just learn the language?
Growing vocal cords are slightly different than yours.
I mean, magic's a thing.
That's true. Hence the paint.
But it's messy magic.
It's better than nothing. We almost went to war because we could not communicate. Were not for my friend Stony Tark. It's a shame he died.
Stoney's alive.
He is. Where is he?
He's sleeping in that room over there.
Oh, I'll let him sleep. I'll see him soon. I'm sure he's going nowhere anytime soon.
Yeah, he thinks also his family might be about to die and is freaking out real bad about it.
Who is it? Not Shale.
Actually, yeah, that one in particular.
Oh, he's such a good kid. What seems to be the matter?
Oh, he's been kidnapped by his uncle.
Stony has kidnapped Shale?
No. Stoney's brother's kidnapped Shale. So Stoney's brother's son. I can never keep that family straight.
Stoney's brother has kidnapped Shale.
I just assume they're all related and none of them should have sex with each other, and that's about all I understand.
That's a good point. However, Shale would be Stoney's nephew because Onyx is Stoney's brother. And he's going to spend the next several minutes trying to explain to you the semantics of familial relationships.
Millie's eyes glaze over immediately.
As you do that, his tongue reaches out and wipes one of his eyes.
These fucking people.
Well, I hope he finds Onyx. He helped me become the man I am today. Well, the grung I am today, I should say.
Well, I think Onyx is like demon possessed or something, so that'll be interesting.
Well, then I must go with you to save him.
Oh, fair enough. Go hang out with Stony then.
I shall. And he walks away, kind of in a strut, waddling back and forth. Opens that.
Really hope he wakes Stony up just so I can get a laugh out of that.
He gets to the door, he turns around and waddles back over to the old man, asks the old man what room Stoney's in, and then turns around and heads back.
Delvin, stop drinking.
He just goes.
You're going to actually kill yourself one of these days.
Looks at his alcohol. Looks at you. Oh well.
Delvin, roll a perception check while you're eating.
Oh god.
It's so bad that he can't remember the score.
That is an 18.
Oh, so somewhere in between your inhales of food, you see across the room a half-orc woman looking at you. And she airs closer to the human side. For some reason, she has long blonde hair, bright blue eyes, but other than that, she's fairly half-orcish. Like I said, she airs more towards the human side, so she's not all warty and angular. But she seems to be eyeing you down as she's drinking a whole keg at a time.
Delvin kind of a little jaw drop, grabs his pig and his keg, and walks on over there.
As you do so, she's ripping the leg off another pig and kind of eats it all in one bite.
Delvin quickens a little bit as he gets over there. As he sits down, he just finds a spot next to her. Now, I'm going to appeal to your orc side. Puts up his keg. Let's see who can drink more.
The whole table laughs at you.
What?
You got it, honey. So she picks up her keg on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go. And then she lifts the whole keg.
Dovin
then-
follows in suit.
In between chugs, she says, first one done wins. Roll a constitution check.
Oh, God. I didn't do good at this before. Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's my wife laughing at my roll.
Yay.
That's an 11.
Good to hear you too, Allie.
Yeah, she got 12 on the die, so
Damn, Dovin. Damn.
that was a total of 17, by the way.
Can't even be a good alcoholic.
So she finishes hers before you, and then watches you choking on yours.
I'm not used to this dwarven stuff.
She says, excuses, excuses, and slaps you on the back, which lunges you forward, and you spill some of your ale.
Dovin, though, still finishes his keg.
She says, what's your name?
Dovin.
Dovin. All right. I'm kidding. I know it's Dovin. What are you doing around here? You ain't a guild member.
Hold up this coin. I am for a day.
That just means you can drink here. That don't mean you're I don't know why her voice is suddenly half southern. But she says, that only means you can drink here. It doesn't mean you're a guild member.
That's all the only reason I would join this guild for anyways.
Really?
Half orc
Half orc like yourself? I figured he would have been more into the glory of combat.
It's true. It's just
Jesus
all
Christ.
these prissy foots and their fancy clothes. I wouldn't fit in.
Just wondering if this person's from Babylon and if she used to sell herself because she seems to be made to turn Dovin away from his destiny.
He's the best. Okay, sorry, you guys. It took a lot longer than I thought.
Oh,
okay.
yeah. Finally, Krevin, you've woken up. Here, I got you a new mask. It's not covered in blood. You're welcome.
Thank you. It's probably some horrific image, though, isn't it?
No, it is white with blue paintings on it that looks like the sad face drama mask.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it? I would expect nothing less.
It didn't cost me money. It's just the mask that I found, and I thought you might like it. Sorry.
Do you
mask is cursed?
do you put it on, Dovin or Krevin?
Yeah, why the fuck not?
So as Krevin puts it on, the mask changes to a smile.
Hey, it's happier now. It's probably
Yeah.
stuck to your face.
I try to take the mask off.
It tears your all the skin off your face. Now you're fine. It just comes off, and now it's a happy face.
Odd. I like it.
That's interesting. I hope it doesn't curse you. You're welcome.
So yeah, Dovin. She'll say, you'll never get one of these. And then she pulls her shirt kind of to the side, and you see a bunch of little dots in her, all over her shoulder. And you, Dovin, would know that in Orcish culture, these are like signs of honor from battle. If you don't go into combat.
Kind of a solemn, quiet one's true. And I guess if you're in the guild, maybe we'll go on a couple quests together. As he's, got alcohol running down his face and
You would have to join up.
one more keg and I think I'd be ready.
She ushers over to the bartender, and he starts filling up another keg for you.
Hey, that's more like it. How about we go shot for shot this time?
Oh, this I can do all day.
I'll do it till I die.
Okay,
As I rip off a leg of the pig and just start going to town.
so that's what you and her do. So, Krevin, As you wake up sitting at a table in the pit that you were not previously at, you do see that there is all kinds of meat being barbecued. The one that Millie's eating is kind of white and flaky and smells like the ocean.
Is there lamb?
There's one that's lamb-sized.
I'll go for that.
We just kind of figured you're eating chicken with peanut butter, but yeah, that's fine. You go for the lamb, and they'll give it to you.
Guys, chicken and waffles and peanut butter. You broke the DM. Yay.
You didn't break me yet. I was just wondering who'd be the one to bring it up.
That was me. Yeah. Let's do this. Lamb.
You hear someone from the background. This guy's talking about chicken and waffles. He's weird.
It's amazing, I think. I'll try it.
He hasn't tried much, so he doesn't know what's good and what's not.
The old man's laughing. He says, "Oh, that's He says, "You wanted to join the guild, right, Krebin?"
Yeah, I'm down.
It looks like, yep. It looks like she's suckered in another one. Looking over at Dovin.
He's married too, so this should be interesting.
Is his wife a scary woman?
Terrifying. She killed me in a few punches.
To be fair, a lot of things have killed you in a few punches, Krebin.
You die often?
She's at the very least proficient at killing Krebins.
Yes.
You die often? Do you not
Very.
have a cleric in your group?
No.
Or a paladin?
Why would you
Or
have a cleric or a paladin?
Or a druid? Or
They
a
all have
bard?
druids and like nature things. Bard would be fun. We have Stony.
Tony's not a bard, he's a wizard.
He's a bard now.
His singing voice has to be terrible. I love the guy, but his voice does not make sense for singing.
It's very swingy. He's done well and he's done very poorly.
Really?
I think he needs to do warm-ups more often. I really think that's the problem.
Practice is key.
I think he tries to jump into something that's too high-pitched and it hurts him.
Practice is key. Make sure he knows this. Anywho.
Or the chocolate vodka or whatever. Peanut butter
What?
liqueur. I'm going to make more peanut butter liqueur.
You're disgusting.
Yeah.
You're my friend and all, but you're disgusting.
You are truly disturbing. I don't know if we want you in the guild.
I might have weird taste, but I'm a good person, I think, at least, sort of.
Honestly, I've been trying to break him of his connection to his terrible god, so if you guys could do me a favor, just let him join and do that yourselves, that'd be stellar.
Well, you don't have to subserve yourself to any god in particular. We have a tiefling paladin who is subservient to Bahamut.
That's all kinds of contradictions.
He's an interesting one. We usually have to bail him out of prison quite often, actually.
Good news is I've never been to prison.
He's an excellent soldier.
Wait, you'll bail your guild members out of prison?
Well, yeah.
Really is down.
So what would, like, my requirements for me be?
Well, there's a very simple ceremony that we can do.
Sounded even remotely that nice, but now that we're talking about what the guild can give Millie.
Well, you see, there's a simple ceremony, either private or we can do it with the other guild members. It involves pain, a little bit of pain, and that's about it.
Okay, I'm down. Let's do this. Krebin says.
Oh, and you have to promise to uphold our laws as well.
Oh God, laws. All right, let me see them real quick. I have to make a decision based on that.
It's a very basic, like, don't kill people, don't disturb the peace.
Don't kill who? Like
No,
anybody?
no
Ever?
stealing.
Fine killing people.
No harming the innocent.
Fair enough. We can do that. Millie, you can do that, right?
Define innocent, because I still don't like that shot people back in Monrovia, and I really think he needs an ass kicking at the very least. If not, just stabbed in the face so somebody else can take over his shop.
Look, I'm not going to get into the logistics of what's good versus what's evil.
Wait,
Just-
do the laws only affect here, or are they for everywhere we go?
If they can prove it to some extent that a jury believes the person you killed was innocent, then you would be imprisoned. Also, killing innocent civilians will make you stay in prison, just so you know. Petty crime, we have no problem bailing you out. You get in a bar fight somewhere that's not the guild, and they throw you in jail for the
Grand
night.
larceny. How do you feel about grand larceny?
Grand larceny, it depends on what the bail amount is.
What about arson? Accidental arson.
Accidental arson, if you can prove it was an accident, we'd have no problem backing you up. If it is on purpose, and we can prove it was on purpose, you are screwed, my friend.
What if it was on purpose, but they deserved it?
This guild member's made terrible.
Would Dovin have heard you say bar fight?
Yep.
Dovin's gonna yell bar fight and just punch the guy next to him.
Oh no!
Yeah. A massive bar fight is going to break out instantly. And Delvin, while you're in the swing of things, you feel like, yeah, these people do this often. It gets crazy. Magic is being flung. People are levitating through the air. That whole rack of cow slams into a small halfling woman. For a second, you think she's Millie, but it's not.
You know, Millie's using the guy that she was talking to as cover now while continuing to talk to him.
Yeah, he's just
Dovin's
standing
at
there.
home.
He's just standing there, and there seems to be some kind of bubble because nothing comes anywhere near him.
You're useful.
So yeah, we'll do a public. I'll do a public one. That sounds interesting.
So I have to make my decision based on this because, like, it'd be nice to be able to be bailed out for a petty crime, but I've also never been gone to jail for a petty crime.
Yet, Krevin says yet.
I hand Krevin his money back.
The fuck?
Krevin, you feel like half of your gold might be gone.
I hand him the other half of his money back.
Hold on. No. The old man hands the other half back.
Oh, God.
The fuck?
Krevin.
You really need to keep a better eye on your things.
I've told you to put it into multiple bags in different places.
Put some in your shoe.
Inside jacket pockets are nice, too.
I put my pouch inside my pants next to my thigh.
I was gonna say inside next to your thigh, tie it right there. That's where I keep most of my gold. Don't reach for there, young lady.
No,
I
that's...
grab another satchel. You're not.
You look old enough that I might grab some testes, and I don't want that.
You really don't. So,
Particularly buxom women have a few places to put it.
a public initiation it is. And then Zolo, you see Zolo, the Triton, he's yelling at people, trying to get everyone to calm down. The old man just raises his cane and taps it on the ground once, and everything stops instantly, except for Dovin.
Yeah, Dovin hits defenseless people.
You know what?
He's still going.
I sort of have a home in Neverwinter, so if you guys ever set up shop there, maybe. But until then, still a no.
Well, it'd be nice to spread our base. That'd be much farther, actually. All we'd have to do is send a wizard with you who can put down a teleportation circle, because that would be very useful.
So, yeah, it's going to take a while then, huh?
Yes. I might find a way.
Do you have anything in Waterdeep yet?
No, we have nothing there either. We haven't quite made it that far.
You might want to hit Nerd first.
Really
That's fair enough.
help.
As far as I know, it's the biggest city I've heard of.
You've never been to Dragonvale.
Nope. But have you been to Waterdeep?
He actually has to think for a minute. Nope. Farthest I made it was Luskin.
The heavens.
Then it's a moot point, because neither of us can really confirm the other's theories.
All right. So we're gonna take a quick break here because I have to pee like a freaking racehorse. So everyone take 5, and we'll get in. When we jump back in, we'll be jumping into the initiation process.
Okay.
So see you guys in 5.
practice what she proclaimed. How's thou feeling now, Mr. Krabs? Super anti-kaiju war machine makajakan.
Is everybody back?
I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, this is just a facsimile of Mikkel. I'm actually an eldritch nightmare that has consumed him and will be taking over for Millie Sweetberry.
So, Mikhail, got it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Same person, different body.
Be same body, different person, but whatever, semantics.
That's reality.
Side note, Mikhail, you kind of look like Dwight from The Office. I don't take that as an insult. Dwight's pretty cool. Just the way the camera hits you.
Jared will be the first taken by the darkness. All hail Nylar.
She gets self-conscious about it.
You know my soul's already gone, Mikhail.
It's a ginger thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so yeah. We left off with the old man. He just taps his cane on the ground. Everybody stops except for Dovin. Says, "We have an initiation." And everybody cheers. Dovin.
Boo.
He watches several people start spreading the tables out. And then you see something stuck into the coals. Which you figure is probably the brand. You knew this was coming. 3 chairs are put in front of the coals as pig fat drips into them. As you sit down, Dovin, in the middle of this, the half-orc lady sits in your lap and whispers in your ear, "Where are you getting yours?"
Do it on a bat wing.
You get to choose, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Travis is chanting, on the ass, on the ass, on the ass.
So, first off, what is your name?
Nyla.
And where would you like my brand?
Hmm.
I'll even let you inspect if you want.
This is
She
going
kinda
for everyone. Don't want to be here for this.
She just slides her hand down your shirt onto your chest and says, "How about right here?"
Random
You
man.
heard her. Bring it over.
So she even holds it down as they take the hot brand and jam it into your chest.
Kind of goes, ah, and kind of drinks out of his keg.
You take 4 points of fire damage. Now you also have to make a concentration check to not move around, which is just another Constitution saving throw. Get out of there.
That one was
Did a
actually pretty
half-work
good.
female,
That will
right?
be a dirty 20.
Okay. So yeah, you don't squirm around while it's done. He says, "Welcome to the guild. Make sure to uphold our honor and our laws.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Feel free to have a drink."
Oh, I will.
After the brand, she stands up and takes you by the hand over to the bar. Up the stairs and over to the bar. Who's next?
I guess me.
And where would you like?
I'm doing it.
Is he the only one doing it? Millie was considering it. That's what it was.
That's right. They need chapters in places that she actually feels like are relevant in her life first. Then she'll consider it more legitimately.
First of all, I take off my shirt, activate my asthma ability right between my wings.
Lean forward, please. And takes it, and it looks like he's gonna run you through with the sword the way he takes this brand, and just
Do it
brings
on
it
his
down on your
back.
back.
Damn it.
I must do it where they ask, otherwise the enchantment doesn't work.
But that's what he really wanted.
So, Brandon,
Yeah.
I need you to make the same roll Jared just had to make.
Con save?
Yep. As you take 2 points of burning or fire damage. Burning damage.
Constitution save, that is a 17.
Yep. You don't squirm around either. It hurts like hell. You want to move, but you don't.
Okay.
I gotta roll a
It smells
couple.
like burnt peanut butter.
Vaguely.
I become
No. Vaguely. Sorry, I was saying no to the dog. He tried to eat my dice.
the peanut monk.
I think you've become infused with it.
I am no longer an Asmar. I'm a peanut tar.
The room smells vaguely of burnt peanut butter now.
Which to itself still smells good.
So yeah. It says, "Welcome to the guild. Again, make sure you uphold our laws and our honor."
Oh, I usually uphold the laws of the churches, so it's an issue.
And then he takes a shot of something red and vaguely foamy.
I'll take one of those too, I guess. What the fuck?
Okay. You taste it, and it's the same ale that Dovin has in his keg currently. So make another con save.
Oh dear.
Why do you keep drinking?
13.
Yeah, so if Brandon disappeared. Did you take the shot? Oh shit.
I misclicked and turned my mic off, or my camera off.
And then you again fall behind yourself and just kind of slouch in the chair. Half in, half out.
I put my thumb up.
Says, "You're not joining Miss Sweetberry, I see."
No.
Millie, do it. It's awesome.
It really is a shame.
I kind of liked it.
And so far, all I've seen of it is getting burned, and like, no offense, I've done that in other places for free.
Oh, well, suit yourself. Also, Master Krevin, I know you're like half drunk, but if you wish to free yourself from this evil goddess that you serve, you may do so. You can hide behind the honor of the name of the guild. We will defend you. We have defeated one god, and we will defeat another if we need to.
I know. I've heard your mainland part of your guild killed Set.
Yes, Team Carrot. They were quite strong. 2 of them are on their way here, in fact.
Oh, sweet. I would not.
Why are they named Team Carrot? Like, I've been trying to figure that out for days.
One of the ones on his way here, you'll understand. He's a bit daft, and to make him feel good, let him name their group.
I look at Krevin knowingly. I understand that.
By the way, the guild has already decided on your nickname there, Krevin.
Oh no.
You're to be known as Chicken and Waffles.
Fuck! Never in all the years it goes, I heard someone yell "fuck" so loud.
Fuck.
Throughout the chaos of the next hour or so, several people offered to tattoo chicken and waffles on you.
No. Thank you.
They just
do it.
other ones
What
just
if
keep
they
showing
put
up.
a little bit of peanut butter on the waffles.
Well, I could definitely put like a little swoop of peanut butter on top of the waffles for you.
No, thank you. I got the brand.
What if they just do peanut butter?
But I'll do it for free.
I'm good right now. I got enough brand. I got item brand. I'm good for now.
Put a couple more shots into him and see what he says.
I'll hold him.
You will
Yells
not.
across the room.
No, it must be willing. I can't tattoo someone against their will. They might try to attack me later. It happened before.
Wasn't that your dad who did that?
What?
Someone else. I'm trying to remember. Did that happen during the game? I don't remember.
Brandon, you live a weird life.
Yes, I do.
Who the fuck is tattooing people against their... What is happening right now?
I'm being attacked by a dog. That's what's happening right now.
Yeah. Hi, Monty. Or not Monty. I can't tell.
That is Monty.
Okay.
I'm being stared down by a
He's
cat.
just a lot bigger and looks old now.
I'm looking. My cat's just staring down at the ceiling, slowly judging me. I'm like, what have I done to anger you? Why are you looking at me like that?
So, so he'll ask you, what are your plans for the rest of the day? It seems Dovin has found himself something to preoccupy himself for a while.
Yeah, Dovin's going to break the concept of marriage, but that's on him.
Technically, Delvin doesn't care.
Technically, Dovin...
All those years together in Ravnica mean nothing.
Delvin just thinks of that as some weird trip that he had. So he's not even sure if he believes that actually happened.
I'm still wondering why no one's been trying to hook Krebin up with someone. Out of all the shit that goes on, that no one's trying to do that. I'm kind of okay with.
As Krebin mumbles this to himself, the old man says, "You're a bit weird. That's why."
You should have met him in Barovia when he looked like a zombie and his face was covered in blood.
Oh, I bet any kind of angelic magic is severely twisted in Barovia. It's kind of funny.
Why I will not be going back.
It would have been funny if it hadn't been so horrifying.
Every time I cried, there was
Every
blood.
time I looked upon his face, I shuddered.
Is that why he has a bloodstained cat mask?
Like,
Yes.
You know exactly how halflings deal with that shit, and I still see it in my dreams.
Is that why you're judging me, Ivy? It's because of the bloodstained cat mask. Is that why?
Ow.
She just did that too.
She judges you because of the things you do at that desk when we're not playing together.
You mean endlessly play Neverwinter, Subnautica, and Warframe?
Sure.
Hello, YouTube. This is why I will not be monetized.
Nah,
Right, audience.
Yeah, that's fair. So, do you have any other plans for the day?
No, not right now.
That's gonna itch later. Do not itch it. It'll hurt.
That's why I put in a spot I can't reach.
About what time of day is it?
Roughly around 3 o'clock now in the afternoon. The fishing tournament starts in about an hour.
Yeah, Delvin would probably make his way to the fishing tournament. He's pretty intrigued with that.
Okay. Does anyone go with him, or is that a Dovin thing?
Where's he
I have
going?
lost my D4.
He's going fishing in the fishing tournament.
I have found my D4.
I'll go watch him because why not? That doesn't sound particularly up my skill set, though.
Krevin's gonna try his hand at this mingling thing.
Mingling?
Yes.
Okay, so Millie and Dovin wander off.
This is gonna be horrible. I have no bonuses in charisma.
Dovin, because I already forgot the woman's name. Do you take the half-orc woman with you?
Oh, yeah.
I sent a picture. I think that. By the way, I put in our Facebook chat what I think the half-orc girl looks like.
Most likely tell her that he's going to win and no one's going to come close at all. And, you know, the typical Dovin thing.
And she's just, oh, I'm sure. Yep, you'll definitely win. Absolutely.
That's right.
Like back 5 feet, rolling her eyes almost audibly.
Yeah, you're the third wheel at the mall now. That's where you are. I've
That's
been
all
there.
right. I'll get to watch Olga beat him up.
Is this what the half orc looks like? What I put in chat?
Hold on. I see nothing.
Facebook chat.
Facebook chat. Oh my goodness. Kevin, what is that? That's just wrong.
Half orc female.
So yeah, except for with bright blonde hair.
Blonde.
She is blonde.
Honestly, at that point, Millie's just gonna be like, you know what? You're moving up in the world, Dovin. No offense, Olga.
Damn.
Dylan just gives you kind of a silent nod. Just, and walks
Yeah,
away.
so as you guys get closer to the water where they're holding the tournament, you see people announcing the tournaments. They also tell you that the boats are available for 1 gold per boat. And there's fishing poles available for 5 silver or rent.
Dovin will pay his dues for a boat and a fishing pole.
Okay.
A bait. Hooks.
So as you guys, all, I'm assuming all 3 of you are boarding this boat.
Yeah, why the fuck not?
Well, not you, Krevin. You stayed behind.
Oh, yeah.
We have established this.
Yeah,
I'm going
Krevin.
Did anyone remember her name? Because I forgot it already.
No, I thought it was like Ilda.
Nyla.
I'm gonna write that down.
I was actually slowly during parts that I could listening through part of last episode to figure out the captain's name.
That's fine. So yeah, Nyla will take off her shirt, revealing she has some kind of female swimsuit on. We all know the one I speak of. But also you see she doesn't have any small brand on her like the rest of you do. Everyone else that you've seen. She has a giant fish hook burned into her back from shoulder to her left, at an angle from her right shoulder down to the left hip.
Why is your hook so big?
Because I was braver than the others.
Is there really any point to that, or
It looks a lot cooler.
I mean,
Wait, do we get 2 sizes? I want the large one.
You already have yours.
No, I'm saying that I didn't know you could show sizes.
You never asked. Also, you're not here.
That seems a little racist because like someone my size couldn't even get one that big. They'd just be one big brand.
Your entire back would just be black.
That's fair. But
Is it more of a percentage completion basis, or
and Dovin, you'd see those dots that are, or she was showing on her shoulder. They come halfway down her breast, her full shoulder blade, just above where the fish hook starts, and down to her elbow. So there's easily over 100. You're pretty sure there's over 100 of these marks on her.
No one's gonna, notice that, look at kind of up and down, and be, damn, I haven't really seen that many that often.
Well,
on
Dovin is
orcs.
excited.
When you fight in wars, you get a lot of honor.
It's true. Being a soldier myself, I understand that.
How many do you have?
Oh, I stopped counting. Mainly for,
Show me.
You don't follow Orcish tradition.
No. It's maybe some other time.
She
Blown up and going to grab his pole and stuff.
She walks closer to you and says, "That's okay. You can show me later."
Yeah. That's more like it.
just silently over the back of the boat and questions why I came this way.
So we'll get back to that in a minute. That's a fun dynamic now. Krevin, this mingling thing. There are people of all races, genders, religions, sizes, shapes.
Okay, what I've learned from Millie: start with people who you can relate with.
You don't see any other ASMRs, but you do see 2 tieflings sitting at a table with a human.
Close enough. Well, technically, that would be the closest thing, wouldn't it be?
Yeah, technically. When you walk up, a pink tiefling looks up at you and she says, "Oh, you're like us, but the other kind. You're the other way. You have the angel blood, not the devil blood. That's awesome. You're like our cousin." And she jumps up and hugs you.
This has gone faster than Krevin expected. Krevin.exe has crashed.
Krevin, not knowing, starts taking off pants. Is this what happens next? This is what Delvin said.
And it's mine. I'm great at this. Mingling.
She says, "You should sit down with us. You should drink with us. We have the best drinks."
Okay. Mind you, I'm still shirtless. I can't put a thing out that fucking brand right now.
Have you ever had black licorice?
Is it just Jägermeister?
Without using the brand name? Basically, yes.
Fair enough.
She says, "If you've never had black licorice, it tastes just like this, and it's delicious." And you see both the guys at the table, which is the tiefling and the human, they're like, "No, it's not." She's like,
Sure,
"Don't
we'll
listen to
try
them. They're dumb." So you drink it. You tell me if you like it or not.
I'll flip a coin. Or roll a D2 or D4. It's close. Where's my D4? There's my D4. Oh yeah, he very much likes it. That was a 4. He loves this shit.
She's like, "Oh, goody. Here, have another one." And then lines like 3 of them up for you.
Oh god, she's trying to get me drunk.
No, I would never do that.
Didn't say
I'm
the
really
character.
excited. I'm just really excited for the new member because now we're not the newest members anymore.
Oh, fair enough. Big drinks. Continues drinking.
Also, you're only like the 3rd ASMR to be in the guild at all. They don't seem to like to
Oh.
join us very much because all the other 2 say that they're usually really, really snooty and uppity and think they're better than us because they have angel blood for some reason. Like, it isn't even because of you. Like, your great grandma got boned by an angel one time. Big deal.
Fair enough. No, there's a hierarchy usually in Angel Kind, but I just try my best to ignore it.
Well, there is in Devilkind too, but and she just starts going into the hierarchy of the demonic realms.
Krev's mind. I am amazing at this. This doesn't look as hard as I thought. Maybe making friends won't be so hard.
She
For
says,
the first time since Barovia, a little Millie in an angel suit appears on his left shoulder, and a little Millie in a devil suit appears on his right.
Yes,
it looks
Millie
like
is my content.
the angel was just like, "Looks like you're having a good time. Yeah, keep this up. Make friends. I'm sure you'll enjoy it, Devil one. You're gonna hit that, right? Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I think that would betray my god.
I honestly picture them in like a
And
squeaky
if
voice
you
too.
think that, the devil one's just like, "Good, do it."
And I imagine Angel's like, yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. You deserve it.
So she says, "Which god, which or goddess do you serve, or do they not prefer that? Which celestial being? If celestial being, it might be demonic. I don't know you that well. Or do you worship Tiamat? Oh, that's creepy.
It's the goddess. She was a female, and I can't remember her name. She was the one of justice and vengeance. Celestia, Lucarius. Oh my goddess name. I can't remember.
Anyway, we'll say Krevin can remember, and you tell her, and she says, "Oh, that's the one that doesn't let you have waffles. She's kind of a bitch."
Enough.
But have you ever had waffles? They're delicious.
Oh, it's Athena. I'm the goddess of Athena. The goddess of war.
Have you ever had waffles? They're great. You should try waffles. You should try waffles and chocolate.
Chocolate?
And the tiefling's like, "For the love of God, no one eats waffles and chocolate. That sounds disgusting."
Wait.
And he says, "But pancakes with chocolate, on the other hand, is delicious."
What is chocolate?
And then the girl says, "No, pancakes are just flat waffles. They're not as good." And then they argue about breakfast foods for like 5 minutes. And then all of a sudden she just stopped. You've never had chocolate before?
I've had peanut butter.
It's so much better than peanut butter.
Prove it. This like straight looks at her,
She
stern
brings
face,
out-
staring
brings-
eyes. Prove it.
Brings out a bar of chocolate that's like this big and slaps it on the floor or on the table.
I'm just gonna point out now that it's chocolate and peanut butter, I ship it regardless of who's involved.
The peanut butter fan to chocolate fan girl. Perfect. We'll start a company.
Just peanut butter's good, but it'll never be good as chocolate. And then she brings out several kinds of chocolate. There's white, chocolate.
Are you gonna spill your peanut butter into her chocolate?
Oh dear lord.
Both the angel and the devil Millie are asking that, but in completely different tones.
The angel man is like, Gina, like, are you gonna try chocolate and peanut butter together?
Like, yeah, they're interested in that, and then the devil is just like,
Yeah.
If you bring out a jar of peanut butter, the boy tiefling will break off a piece of one of the pieces of milk chocolate and scoop it in your peanut butter and eat it.
I'm going to do this next.
You reach for the white chocolate. You say, no, not that one. That's gross with the peanut butter.
This one.
Yes, that one. No.
Okay, break off piece. He tries it. Get my D4. Okay, stands up, looks to the sky. Fuck the gods!
She says, whoa, don't go that far. Don't go that far. Like, Zathena is a total bitch because she would never let you have these enjoyments of life. So, like, and then she takes out a button that says I heart Lathander and, like, tapes it to your pants because you're not wearing a shirt. Or sticks the button on your pants because you're not wearing a shirt. She says, there you go.
At the sky.
And then
Fuck you, Athena.
Then she slaps you in the stomach. See? Now you worship Lathander like me. And you see she has, like, the Lathander shit all over her.
It's been
I
completed.
just have to convert him to Brando Barris later.
It has
It'll
happened.
be a hard sell since he's not a halfling, but I feel like I can do it.
Krevin no longer cares for his god after being found this secret ancient delicacy of peanut butter and chocolate.
Important ASMR question. Would this make him a fallen? Because I don't know.
Let me look up how to become a fallen ASMR.
Does it destroy your vision of the world?
No. It improves.
I mean,
Because falling is more personal than your connection with your god. It's more, I'm
this
not
is not
me
yours.
anymore. Something
No.
broke inside of me, and that's not going to ever be fixed.
This is why he must protect the world at all costs now to keep this creation complete.
Has your view drastically changed of the world since being introduced to these things?
In a good way, yes.
Now, does being fallen mean it has to be drastically bad?
Yes.
Yes.
It does?
Yeah, it's good things don't make you fall.
Would this include knowing your whole life has been a lie up to this point?
Yeah, you can thank Millie for that.
It started with the waffles and it ends with chocolate.
And peanut butter mix.
Those 90s commercials had it right.
He then hugs Tiefling. Thank you. Thank you for showing me this.
She goes, yes, another successful convert. You're going to love Lathander. He's awesome.
Which one is that again?
Really? It's the Morning Lord.
God of Sun, Rebirth, that kind of deal.
She has a literal tattoo on the side of her neck that looks like a road leading to a sun.
Yep, I see it.
He was I think he's greater now, but he was a middle level deity when that was actually a thing.
Actually, you can roll a religion check to see how much you even know about Lathander now that you've been unofficially converted to him.
Oh shit. That wasn't that. That's 22.
All right, so yeah, Wikipedia just opens up in your mind and you know everything about Lathander.
I'm Wikipedia right now too. Yeah.
She's like, this is the best day ever for you.
It really is. Thank you. I don't know how to repay this.
Well, you just tell everyone about the wonderful workings of Lathander. And she hands you a book. It's Dummy's Guide to Lathander. It says, you just be a good person. You be your best person you can possibly be, and that is thank you enough.
Hey, you don't have to serve Millie anymore.
Oh, that's
That
true.
is true.
You're free.
Kills Millie.
You've led me into such awful things.
You have though.
Knowing Krevin, he'd probably hurt himself.
Yeah.
So back on the boat.
You just hear from the distance. Fuck, Athena.
So Nyla,
Millie's anti-shitty gods sends tingles. The deed is done.
Millie turns to dust and just off.
my mission is complete.
He was a revenant this entire time, but not of vengeance. Of
That leads to a question.
Of rebirth.
What would a tiefling and Azamar child look like?
We may find out yet.
most likely human.
With
Most
extreme
likely.
powers, you would think.
You remember the like squares thing in like 9th grade science biology?
Yeah.
The only common gene there would be human, so you know.
True.
So recessive might show up, but
Have power of both hell and heavens. The true Nephilim.
It's possible. Anyway, back on the boat, Nyla is aggressively flirting with Dovin. How much fishing is actually getting done, Dovin?
Millie has
Well,
taken
probably not that
Dovin's
much
pull
because
I don't
Dovin
think
doesn't
he's
know how to
actually
fish.
trying.
So
All right, you both talked at once there. Millie, go first.
I think I've taken Dovin's pull because I think he stopped trying.
Dovin, can you confirm?
well, I was gonna say Dovin doesn't even know how to fish. So
Okay.
yeah. I mean,
So Millie, you're the one fishing?
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times on the docks. I'm not good at it. It's not my wheelhouse, but I've fished.
Roll a survival check.
Oh, dope. 18.
Okay. So you're out there for about 20 minutes before you finally get something nibbling. Dovin and Nyla are making kissy faces at each other. It's getting really weird to be on this boat right now. Then you feel a slight tug on the pull. And then you feel another one. And then you feel a stronger one. Make a strength saving throw.
Oh, fuck. I'm not good at these.
I know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. That's a 3.
So Dovin, even you would notice through all the flirting with Nyla, all of a sudden Millie just gets pulled overboard and dragged underwater.
Son of a fuck.
Dovin
Oh.
just assumes that's how you fish. So he
It's sort
doesn't-
of and she quickly disappears out of sight into the depths.
Dovin just assumes that's how you fish, so he takes no concern.
Nyla moves in, makes a move.
He'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Yeah,
He's been
yeah. she
chased
will.
by spiders and revenants. And
Well,
As she
out
goes-
of all the things to kill Millie, it's going to be a fish because you were too big of a dick.
As she goes to make goes for a grab, she says, "Wait, you're not married, are you?"
no,
Great. And then they do what they do.
Rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat. Don't tip the boat over.
I feel like once we get deep enough that I need to just pull down the goggles and pull out a dagger, like, all right, fish, let's do this.
Yeah, you're being drug around, and you see ahead of you is a fish larger than a horse, like Clydesdale horse. It's huge.
I'm just hoping it doesn't turn around and try to eat me.
should have tied a string on Millie.
And as that thought pops into your head, it slows down and turns around and faces you.
Shoot.
You see its gaping maw open, 3 rows of sharp teeth.
This is
Yes.
the worst.
It starts swimming towards you when out of nowhere, a harpoon flies into the roof of its mouth and it can't close its mouth.
Vengeance is mine.
You just start stabbing it frantically.
Up in the face.
Roll an attack on it.
It's with the new +1 dagger, so that's a 19.
19.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Roll damage. Damage.
My D4. I don't got no allies, and I was not being sneaky, so.
I should roll damage on the harpoon as well.
Oh, cool. Nice. 9.
All right. So yeah, you stab it to death, and it starts slowly floating up.
Just kind of grip it and go up with it since I don't weigh shit.
Out of nowhere, one of those strange-looking blue elf people swim up, grab it by the fin, and start pulling it up with you and helping you get up faster.
You know, like I have like the knife in it, and I'm just like going up with it, like, hello.
He waves at you. He says, "We'll talk when we get up."
All right.
As you open your mouth, you're suddenly full of seawater. Yeah. Several seconds later, you see that you are about 120 yards from the boat, and the boat is rocking furiously.
Godspeed, Dovin. Just kind of wiggle until I turn the fish around, so I don't have to.
The half elf says, "That isn't your boat, is it?"
Don't ask questions.
Not anymore. It's not anymore.
Would you like a ride back?
What's your boat called?
I don't have a boat. I was just going to.
Oh, are we already on shore?
No. He says I was just going to swim you back.
Oh, he swam out there with the harpoon.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's your name?
My name is Raylar.
All right. I'm Millie, captain of the SS Raylar. Let's go back. I just kind of sit on his back. Then.
Okay. And he grabs your fish even and ties a rope to the harpoon, ties it around his waist, and starts swimming back quite briskly at a speed of 60 feet every 6 or so seconds. So he's moving quite quickly.
Taken off from the water, and I don't want to try and learn today.
Yeah, swimming can be a bit of a trick for you land peoples.
What about flying people?
I have not seen many flying people try to drop into the water, and those that have did not end well. Except for that one Arakakra that looked like a duck. He did all right.
He was probably a barbarian.
He also was eaten by a shark.
Oh.
Speaking of which, you're lucky there's none out today.
Yeah, the fish took me for a swim, and then we got in a bit of a tussle. Thanks for the harpoon, by the way. It made it a lot easier to stab it in the eye. Both of its eyes are just very cleanly stabbed.
So, anyway, that was a Dovin roll.
Oh, Dovin. You're going to suffer.
Greatly. So yeah, you make it back to shore, and there's a guy that he was doing the announcing on the beach, and he's weighing in like a string of fish and a couple small fish. He's like, "Most fish goes to..." What in the bloody hell is that?
Most fish goes to us. It's me and him, my new buddy Raylar. Yeah, me and Raylar.
He says,
for the ages.
He goes, "Certainly the biggest fish," grabs it by the gills and lifts it up off the ground. Oh, Connor.
Let's leave him out of the loop for a moment.
Yeah, let's let him just wonder things. Tell him yes.
Tell him yes. I'll tell him yes. Okay.
Seems like you can't change what's already been there.
Just be like, "That's been Dovin the whole time."
Just smelly. What, you've never seen someone who looked incredibly attractive and smelled like shit at the same time?
Yes.
It happens.
Anyway. So Raylar says, "What did we win, by the way?"
Yeah, I have no idea. I honestly was just kind of doing it for something to do, and I didn't expect to get a fish this big.
I mean, the man walks over and drops a bag with 30 gold in it in your hand.
I guess we each got half of whatever this is.
Well, that sounds wonderful. How much is it?
Or 30. I think count it twice.
15 apiece. Tell you what. What's your name?
Millie Sweetberry.
Oh, yes. Very rude of me to not ask you yours when you asked me mine. Well, Miss Sweetberry, how about I buy you dinner? My treat.
I mean, we have the fish. Just
How about
bleeding all over the place?
He goes, how about I cook dinner? My treat.
All right. Got nothing better to do.
So he drags the fish a little bit further down the shore, jumps into the water for a minute, brings out a bunch of seaweed, starts drying that out, and he starts cleaning the fish. Grabs a couple lemons, a big old coconut, cracks that open, pours the juice over it, squeezes the lemon over it, and makes a bunch of sushi rolls.
Oh, dope.
And he says, dinner is served. Look, Connor made it.
Connor, you're alive.
Versatile diecaster, as you are called.
Yo.
So I'm guessing you want information.
Sony, we'll actually
So
get to you in a second. I didn't expect you to be here. So
I'm guessing you have some questions about Diva.
I have many questions about.
oh no, I
many
lost
things.
sound when Connor came back.
Oh. I wasn't expecting to be back either. So.
okay.
It was the call of sexy Dovin.
We got about.
Dovin can't stop anyone from.
It
We
was
can
the
still go
call
about
of me
probably another
getting
half
back
hour to an
my
hour or
dorm
so.
room.
Yeah, you
So,
actually have a friend in your room right now.
He's right there.
No,
Ish.
not that jack off.
Typical Mikhail fashion. So yeah, you have a lovely sushi dinner with Raylar, Millie.
This is not bad at all. I would have thought that fish was better if you didn't cook it.
Well, it's nice to try new things. If I had rice, it would have been much better.
You haven't met many halflings, have you? We'll eat anything.
Well, let me introduce you to some of the more finer things while you're in town.
I've got, I look at the sun. 3 more hours.
He says, well then, we must hurry. And he stands up and he goes to stick his arm out for you and then he's like, you're really short.
Yeah, I'm not very large.
He goes, this way. And then he just starts walking.
I'll just turn into a fucking raven and land on his shoulder.
That is a really neat trick. I've only seen one other person do something like that. And it was not a raven.
Turn into babyface. Did they do this too?
No, that's really creepy, but
I do it to disturb people. And then back.
it makes sense. It makes sense. So he's just wandering around town talking about all the glorious things that since the Sea Elves, he explains that the Sea Elves moved into the Triton City not far away. They've only been there for about 6 months, and they're still bringing their culture into Magrid itself. And he's pointing at all the different things that they're changing. Points at a restaurant that literally is sushi, which is the fish you've ate.
Suckers spending money. I've turned back into normal at this point. I'm just sitting on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Nice to be small.
He's like, yeah, rich people spend a lot of money on things they don't need.
They really do. By the way, is this anything other than just ash, you think?
He looks at it. He takes a little bit out and kind of goes like this, and it kind of sticks to his moist fingers and goes, I'm pretty sure these are remains.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought too. I don't know why they would have been carrying it around.
Why are you carrying it around?
It was in their money pocket.
Ah.
In my money pocket.
But
He
don't
says-
worry.
He
You're
stops
not-
dead.
Don't worry, you're not my kind of mark.
He stops dead. Lifts you off his shoulder, sets you on the ground. I have a game we could play.
Oh, fine. Let's do it then.
You see, and he points to a square, like a shopping square, not quite the market you were at before, but a different one. He says, "Let's see who can get the most." Okay.
Just kind of pat her away.
Roll a general dexterity check to see who gets the most.
Damn. I'll take it. 22.
He got a 7.
I got
So-
an 18 on the dot. Thank you,
You
Snitch.
You meet up in an alleyway somewhere, and he's like, "I got." Never mind. Well done, Miss Sweetberry.
What do I got? It's just like a bunch of random bracelets and shit. I'm just like, oh, I feel rich.
You got 50 silver and 4 gold.
I'll take it.
So we're gonna switch to Stony because you're here, surprisingly.
Yeah,
Yay,
I'm
Stony.
surprised too.
We get to see you be all stressed out again.
Stony, you're being shaken awake. What you missed is you took everyone to the guild hall, and then you promptly asked for somewhere to get some rest because you were exhausted from the night before. Like, it's overwhelming. And you wake up being shaken to an orange grung standing above you.
Was Wabo orange? Or was Wabo?
He was. Wabo was orange. And you can feel the paint on you as your mouth is moving. He goes, "Stony, it's nice to see you again."
It's nice to see you too. How are you?
He puts his
Everyone else.
thumbs in his vest, and like inside the sleeves of his vest, and stretches out. He goes, "I'm doing pretty well for myself."
How are the others? Are they alive?
They're somewhere. I haven't seen them in quite a while.
Okay, that's fair.
But you look at him, and he's much more gussied up than you remember. He's not carrying a primitive spear anymore. He's got a nice leather vest on. He's got a belt full of bits and bobs, daggers.
What's with the getup? You look a lot different.
And you would notice the fishhook brand is on his nose.
You joined the guild?
I did. After you went missing, I felt it my duty to take your place. Though I don't know magic.
You can learn.
So I learned sneaky things.
I lean in close and I just whisper, "Are you a rogue?"
Yes.
I just want to point out that that's the second time he's been told to learn magic today.
That is. You know, not long ago, your friends just joined the guild as well. Your new friends. The ones you abandoned me for.
I mean, I didn't abandon you. I was kind of grabbed through a portal.
Semantics.
Anyway, I found a neat trick, and is my waffle still around?
Yeah, he's probably like sleeping next to you. Like he's got a big old snot bubble from sleep.
I'm just gonna pick up the waffle and set its feet on the ground.
This is a strange friend. What is his name?
Waffle.
I can see it's a waffle, but what is his name?
That's what I'm calling it.
He pokes it as it's like sleepwalking, but standing still. Wake up. Wake. I wish to speak. Why does it not wake up?
Stoney's gonna speak telepathically to it. Hey, wake up, please.
He goes. And it looks at the frog, goes. You just
My
hear.
friend Wabo.
You can hear a response telepathically. As a big frog.
Yeah, this is my friend. He's Wabo.
He's a big frog.
He's a grung.
That's a big rung.
He wanted to talk to you.
What is he saying?
Oh, right. You don't have the right.
Wabo says, "Is he for eating?
Is what?
Is he for eating?"
No. He's a friend.
He's a friend.
Yes.
Right. You told me, don't eat friends, don't eat grungs. You were missing for a very long time, Master Stony.
So I was told. For me, it was like a week.
Well, la-di-da. He folds his arms and looks up. He's much more snooty than you remember.
You've changed a lot, Wabo.
Well, I've had to develop and grow as a person on my own. I picked up an accent from somewhere, and I don't like it.
How's Pebble? Pebble's what we named the tadpole, right?
Yep, that was Pebble. Pebble. He just looks sad. He looks sad for a minute. I do not want to talk about Pebble.
Okay, that's fine. I learned how to play an instrument.
Oh, wonderful! He sits on the floor, cross-legged, eyes bigger than they normally are.
I pull out the cittern, and I guess I need to get my dice out now because I just walked in literally 5 seconds before getting on the call.
Oh, there we
go. Performance check, yeah?
Yeah. Da.
All right, let's do this then.
Wunderbar.
So, quick question. If I'm performing with the cittern, would you have me add my proficiency bonus?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
You would be proficient with it. There's the whole point of you being a bard.
Yes, this is true. The reason I ask is because I'm not proficient in performance. All right, so.
Makes sense considering where you started.
It's going to be 16 plus 4. So, modified 20.
He goes, "It's wonderful. You should play for the whole guild."
See, I'm still trying to work on something. So, that...
Well, play the guild anthem. You must know that by now.
How to play the guild anthem?
That's up to you. I never actually made one. It just sounded fun in the moment.
You know what? Let's see if he can... Would you be cool if I did a performance intelligence check to see if I knew how?
Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense.
That's a solid 10.
You feel like you could do it pretty solidly. You're pretty sure.
Maybe. It could go okay.
You're like 60-40. Well, 40-60.
40% sure I can, 60% sure I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
20% sure you're on fire.
That last one seems a bit fishy. Maybe. I don't think I'm that good yet.
He stands up. Right. You are a musician. You must make sure you perfect your craft before you perform in front of people.
Yeah, exactly.
He says, also, they are having a barbecue in your honor. The food is almost gone.
Oh. Where? Downstairs?
In the pit.
Is that downstairs?
You would recall, because you were a guild member for a while, that when you walk into the guild, there's that first layer that is ground level, and then the pit is literally this giant room. It's just like 4 stairs go down in all the cardinal directions, and it's just another layer down there, and that's where the doors are. So you currently would be level with the pit.
Okay. Oh, let's go get some food then.
Right.
Food and I'm just gonna. I'm gonna poof waffle into it. Am I playing?
Okay. He opens the door and gives you a shallow bow, kind of sarcastically.
I'm gonna pat him on the head with my gauntleted hand so I don't poison myself.
He says, "I have missed you, Master Stony."
I missed you, Wallow. You would not believe the past few days I've had.
Almost spilled tea on my computer. That would have been bad.
That would be very horrible.
Yeah, I would be very upset. I'll set you over there now.
Stoney's going to tell him the story of what happened with Onyx and Shale.
And he goes, Yes, I heard. Miss Sweetberry has told me.
Did they tell everybody?
No, not particularly everybody. She may have. She may have. Now that I think about it, she may have. But for sure, the old man knows. Zolo may know. I, of course, am going on this adventure with you.
Really? That's awesome.
Well, anything for Master Onyx as well. He's been a very good friend of mine this year. In fact, we've formed a bit of a group ourselves. We're hoping Shale would join us as soon as he finished at the Arcanum. To see him in such disrepair is distressing.
For you and me both.
He is your brother. I was going to say he's like a brother to me at this point, but he is actually your brother.
Stoney's gonna like pick up a close piece of meat, and he's just gonna stay with Wabo for a while, not really wanting to be by himself at this point. Is the guild gonna offer assistance at all?
So far, me, and they have confirmed that I never remembered the captain's name. Apparently, her name was never given because no one asked for it. Because
No, it was given.
did you write it down?
Because I couldn't find it.
I might have.
You called the island Maliki back then, if you want to just use that.
Started. I think it was Ivana.
Ivana. That's it. Yep.
Oh, there we go.
He says Ivana's ship will be good. It is cleared to go to whichever islands we need to, but we must make sure we know the proper place.
Right. I told her that we needed an island with a volcano and turtles. She said that narrowed it down to 2.
That does. Yes. You did not mention the turtles. That could be interesting. But and then Ivana walks down and sits down next to you. She pats you on the back. She's got a heaping plate of some kind of strange meat. It looks like it might be some kind of fish, but you don't know.
Ivana, the 2 islands that you said it narrowed down to, what islands are they? It's all, you know it's a good session when you need to make the DM reference something.
It is one of the Zephyrs.
Are they close together?
You would know there's 2 islands that are fairly close together called Zephyrs. Because whoever discovered them was too lazy to name them individually.
Which one? You said both of them have volcanoes and both of them have turtles.
Yes. There is East Zephyrs and West Zephyrs. We will stop at West and see if it's there. If not, we can move to East. This way, she touched her finger to her nose, I get paid for going to both islands, while technically only going to one. Therefore, keeping my contract.
Would Stoney know what kind of volcanoes are on these islands?
Volcanoes, active.
Active. Okay.
Active volcano. Or no, they would no longer be active. But they're still like hot springs. The magma chambers below are technically active, but the volcanoes themselves have not erupted in a very long time. Around 2,000 years at least.
Well, that doesn't help much.
Closer to 1,800 years, just saying.
Which one's the turtle population older on?
Older? That would be Maliki.
No, like between the 2 Zephyrs.
Oh, I
For
don't
a
know.
second, I thought you said, what's the turtle population of Alderaan? And I'd say, well, probably 0.
How many Tabaxi and Hoth? So, she think both her and Wobble stop and think. No clue. We're assuming they got to both at about the same time.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, they're pretty close together.
Do either of them have some sort of like connection to a wizard back in the old days?
And she's picking up. Ivana is picking up what looks like an eel that may still be alive and kind of sucks it down like a whole noodle. And Wobble says, I would not know anything about that. Maybe we could ask the old man. He might know.
Yeah, you're right. How old is the old man, by the way?
Ancient.
Don't you know that?
Stoney might know that.
Did I roll a history?
For a human, he's very... Yeah, actually roll history. See if you can take a good guess.
Okay. Oh, no. So, that's a 9.
You're pretty sure he's old for a human, which you think is around 80.
Cool. He was like twice as old as Stoney.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Your dad is like twice as old as him.
Yeah. Stoney's still young.
But he's called the old man because he's a human, and he's decrepit, and he's very old for a human.
Yep.
And he's wandering around, and you see him talking to people. If you take a look around the room, you see Krevin is up on the upper floor, and he's talking to a table with 2 tieflings and a human.
That's awfully open of Krevin, but Stoney's less interested in that and is going to go talk to the old man about
Also,
the islands.
Also, Krevin is shirtless, and he has a brand on his back. It's fresh. It's still red.
This is Krevin stands up and yells, "Fuck Athena!"
He screams, "What?"
Fuck Athena.
Oh. I knew it would
God
make
who
sense.
did not afford him waffles, he has forsaken them after tasting chocolate and peanut butter combined. The hour was too much.
Is Krevin's god lawful? Is Athena his god? Is that
I'm
what
pretty
we're
sure.
going with?
I'm pretty sure the goddess war is lawful neutral. Or true neutral, even. I'm not sure.
More like lawful bitchy.
Yeah. Lawful bitch. Uh-oh, I lost sound again.
Or people just weren't talking.
No, I didn't.
You see him hug the tiefling. You're very confused. You've never seen Krevin be so open.
Yeah, Krevin's like... he keeps hugging a tiefling, and then she turns around and sits in his lap.
Stoney's going to go talk to the old man because he doesn't want to interrupt Krevin's game.
Every once in a while, you might notice Krevin like looking at his shoulders for an extended period of time and then going back to his conversation.
And then you see, as you're walking over to the old man, Dovin bursts through the door with some half-orc woman. Some tall, athletic-looking, more human-leaning half-orc woman with blonde hair. And she leads him directly to the doors where you know the rooms are.
The scientific term would be banging.
Oh, this is going to confuse a lot of matters.
As Delvin walks by, he just kind of thumbs up to everybody that he sees that he knows. So Krevin, and if you see Stoney, he's like,
There's quite a few people laughing as they charge into the rooms.
Oh, this is going to complicate certain matters.
Like, is it any or does it have to be with Olga? Like, does a bastard count?
I don't know. That's why it's going to complicate shit.
Because none of us even tried to stop this. Honestly, I kind of supported it.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the prophecy is. All I know is that Dovin's got to have a kid.
Apparently, Millie only believes that races should breed with the same race. Slightly racist.
No, it's more that when we first met Olga, she was described to us as the most horrific thing we've ever seen, and I feel good for Dovin having moved up to a person that he didn't have to be completely drunk to be around.
So Stoney's going up to the old man.
It says,
On the other side, she'll probably tell Olga when she sees her.
he says,
Bringing her with?
if she sees her.
Connor, you look stressed again already.
There are several things in jeopardy here.
Welcome back.
Are you more worried about your family or Dovin's
Yes.
libido?
Yes, because Dovin's kid is presumably going to be around while my family is still around. And apparently,
Hopefully.
kid is supposed to stop a demon.
So you
I mean, why don't we just do it? We live longer than half orcs anyway. Like, both of us will still be around when his kid's in the dirt. Let's be honest. But if we don't die by violence, it's true.
So yeah, you walk up to the old man, Mr. Tark. Have you slept well?
Yeah, I just had a question though.
Well, ask away. That's what I'm here for.
So, I talked with Ivana, and she told me that the island that we're trying to head to was one of the Zephyrs. I just wanted to know if you knew if one of them had a history with an ancient wizard.
Well, I'm not quite that old to know ancient history from first-hand experience, but I believe reading somewhere that they both technically would have an association with an ancient wizard. What was his name? Started with an F, I think.
Yeah, it did. But I think the more pressing matter is, what did he do on both of the islands? Was it the same thing?
I can't quite remember.
Was it even him on both of the islands?
Again, I don't know. I'm very sorry I'm not more help.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I won't.
Is Frankie Stein in?
Francis? Oh, where did I see that girl last? She went on a journey with your brother not long ago in Wabo.
Oh, okay. Wabo's here.
Yes.
Onyx kind of went off the deep end. Where is she? Where could she possibly be?
She may have went back north again. Home to Rivervale.
It makes sense.
It's a shame. She sure was missing you after you left, Master Stoney. She asked many questions.
Well, I'm sure word will get to her at some point.
I hope so. Master Stoney, I'm very glad you're not dead.
Ditto.
And welcome back.
Thanks.
And he pats you on the head. Then he shuffles away.
Tony is now stressed about the child. He's stressed about his brother. He's stressed about his nephew. He's stressed about the fate of the world currently. He's stressed about the fate of the world in the future.
He's got a really full plate for such a little man.
Yesterday's
Meanwhile, the
history.
rest of the
Tomorrow's a
party's
mystery.
just been busy making friends.
Meanwhile, the rest of the party's having fun.
Stoney is almost having a mental breakdown again.
Hey, now that's going to be Krevin on a daily basis.
At this point, a sea elf walks through the door carrying Millie on his shoulder, and they're laughing while she's juggling coins.
Millie
Hey,
showed
Johnny, it turns out the best way to fish is with a knife.
Millie, you're juggling money. You normally don't have that out.
I got it off of a dead fish. It was a weird day.
It really was. It really was.
Really, all I wanted to do was to kill the fish so I didn't get eaten, but, you know, money's worth it.
I would have saved you.
Would I know the sea elf?
You don't remember sea elves being around
Oh, okay.
in this particular part of the sea.
That's funny.
Yeah, I remember Tritons, don't I?
Yep, Tritons.
I like trains. I like Titans. I like Tieflings.
Good to know, Brandon.
I didn't know seals were around here.
He turns his head. Where have you been the last 6 months?
In a land of death and despair.
That sounds awful.
It
No,
is.
We moved into the city not far away.
Oh, okay.
The Triton city that I had to look up the name because I sent it to you guys and I can't remember it anymore.
As bad as Barovia was, Stony, I can't say that you weren't like more mentally healthy there.
Yeah, that's less Barovia and more the people in it. Because while we were in Barovia, all of my family
Splurg.
was safe here.
The city of Splurg.
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 Splurg. As far as Stony knows, does Wabo know if his home village is still good?
You could ask Wabo.
Okay, that'd break the flow of this conversation, though, so I'm not gonna.
I mean, if you do ask Wabo, he would tell you that they have assimilated to the city proper.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, they're actually all over the city. You probably didn't notice on your way in because you were exhausted and frantic.
Yeah, that's a good reason. Hey! Were sea elves around the Zephyr at any point? I'm asking the sea elf.
No, we've mostly just moved here from the north.
Got it.
What about ask him about the weird legend thing you told us on the boat?
What weird legend thingy?
Oh, right. The wizard legend. Alright, so there was this dude a couple thousand years ago. And basically went around to a whole lot of different places and set up different things that help out people. One of them, we think, is on the Zephyrs. One of the two of them.
Interesting. Is this the same man that made the broken coast? He broke the land bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, Realmond. Right. It's a children's story. I mean, what could be associated with what in a children's story?
Well, my brother and my kidnapped nephew.
That sounds like a horrible way to start this conversation.
Just to make sure they're not like a separate entity. They are together, but not necessarily allied.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my brother kidnapped my nephew, searching out the relics from that story to do something. We hope he's going to the one in the Zephyrs first, but we have no idea.
Well, what if he goes somewhere else, though?
Yeah, we're kind of out of luck if he does that.
There was like 9 different places in that story.
Yeah, you're right.
And you picked the one that wasn't on the mainland? Or have a teleportation portal?
Would he not want
He
the
didn't
other
use
items?
teleportation
Like, not
circle.
come there eventually if we're just patient?
I feel like that's why Rack and I've forgotten his name.
Rotem.
Rotam are coming to set a magical link between the two fish hooks.
You don't know if it's them.
No, he said they were coming.
We do
I
know
said-
it's fucking Rotem. Because
I said-
we know he named Carrot.
I said 2 members from Team Carrot are coming.
Yeah,
I never said which.
he said one was very dull.
Yeah, you
I did.
specified that one of the ones coming was the namer of Carrot.
Mm-hmm.
So we do know one person.
You don't know who the other one is. It could be Rotem and like
No investigative help at all. Whatsoever. 0%.
He's there for muscle.
We put
Just in case it co- just in
bets
case-
on this one because he didn't use a teleportation circle, and I don't think he's going to be welcome in most circles when he has a kidnapped student of the Arcanum with him.
that's a good point. That's a good point. So what other leads do you have? Are you sure? You're sure he's gonna be there? But where in particular on the island do you know? Do you know?
We have no idea. Presumably near the volcano.
But what if it's a whole different island with an underground chamber that leads to the volcano?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how this works. I was told a children's story with children's story level of detail.
That's fair.
And I was told a children's story by an extremely stressed gnome with that level of detail.
Wabo says, "You both sound like I don't even know. This is going to be an interesting journey."
Yeah.
Ivana,
Everyone's fucked.
Ivana looks excited. She's like, "I can't wait. This is going to be so much fun. Where'd Dolman go?"
He went somewhere with a lady.
Is that an eel?
She picks up another one. Uh-huh.
Give me some of that. Dive for one of the next ones.
she will fight you for her eels. So there's like a semi friendly tussle over food between a former urchin and someone who just aggressively loves food.
Well, they also were a former urchin.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
These are people who look at food as a commodity, as money.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you do eventually squirm an eel away, and it's still half alive. Just bite its head off. It's almost, not quite, it's almost as good as the sushi was.
So, sorry, I don't think I asked your name yet.
Who? Which one?
The sea elf.
Sea elf. Did I give him a name?
Yeah, his name's Raylar.
Raylar.
Raylar?
Yeah, like a specific level of class at the Arcanum.
Totally not where I got it from. Don't sue me, Pat Rothfuss.
Are you a member of the guild?
Not specifically, but Miss Sweetberry said she is for the day.
For the day? Billy, where'd you get your brand?
I have lost all sound. Son of a bitch. Well, son of a bitch.
I don't have a brand. I didn't join.
Oh.
Oh, correction. She did say her friends were members of the guild. That's why we're here.
Well, I've been a member for a while. Show my very old, weathered guild mark.
They needed to get to, Faerun before I gave a shit about what they were doing.
And then I point over at where Kreven is. He's new to the guild, but he punches good.
Mm-hmm.
Unless he's consuming
Also, he has
just extreme amounts of peanut butter.
Also, he has the mental state with the fragility of literal glass.
That'll be fun.
We've shattered him on at least 6 separate occasions. At this point, it's more of a game because we know he'll recover. He's surprisingly sturdy that way. It's more just fun to see what his triggers are.
You sound like exactly my kind of people. Also, you said Faerun. You're from Faerun, Miss Sweetberry?
Yeah, Neverwinter.
I have family in Neverwinter. Well, the Bay, most specifically.
I have graves in Neverwinter.
That's depressing.
But also a house, so that's something.
Well, I'll have to visit.
So are you coming with us?
First, I have to prove I'm not a murderer, though, so it's going to be a while.
He looks at you very sternly. You don't look like a murderer to me.
Not of people who don't deserve it.
She's
Fair enough.
A lot of undead.
The mental state of class.
They are not technically people.
At this point.
I know. I'm saying she's a badass, but she's also innocent.
She's a badass, is she? He kind of looks at you belongingly for a second, Millie.
Let me fix this real
I
quick.
scratch the outside of my nose and just.
It's not the mental state of glass. It's the mental state of cracked glass.
Yeah, there you go.
The mental state of sugar glass.
See, even better.
Yep. So, I must journey with you as well to the Zephyrs. That sounds like fun.
Okay, good. We can use all of the help we can get. Is there any way you can become immune to fire?
Immune to fire?
Isn't he all about water though? Why are you asking him that? It seems like he'd be better for the opposite.
Well,
He points at Millie.
So, if there's a way to make him immune to fire, we could just chuck him into the volcano and he could swim to see if he could find out a place that...
Well, can you be immune to fire?
No, I don't have powerful magic. I wasn't making assumptions.
Well, you know, I'm better at the water. If you need me to swim beneath the water, I can do that quite well. Unless it's too warm, then I can't do that.
Or too
How
cold.
warm is too warm?
Well, the waters up north are quite frigid. I can last a while there.
How warm is too warm?
If I had to put it in a degree...
Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Oh, that's a good question. We'll go Celsius. No, Fahrenheit. I don't know Celsius quite as well as I thought I did.
But that means I need to do a conversion and then another conversion to get it to Kelvin, which is what halflings use. And I imagine gnomes as well because they're scientists.
Yeah. It's just, in Fahrenheit, I would have to go about 80, 85 degrees. That'd be safe. In Celsius, somewhere around 40.
Okay,
No.
okay. Glad to have you aboard.
I think it's like
I'm bored because it's a ship.
times 5/9 minus 32.
Because 32 is the freezing point for Fahrenheit, and 0 is the freezing point for Celsius.
Mhm.
And 5/9 is the bullshit you get to deal with when working between them.
At 0 degrees Kelvin, nothing's moving,
Correct.
including molecules or
Yes.
atoms.
Kelvin's a lot easier because I
Zero.
think it's just Celsius plus 73.
Yeah, so Ivana will say, it looks like we're having a bit of a crew gather, other than the people that just load my cargo.
Yeah,
Which
we're
is
gonna need at least 5 adventure-skilled people.
Yeah, an adventure trip is a little bit different than my usual shipping routes. But-
Are you adventurer caliber skill, Ivana?
She goes, she's faux offended. Why, I never. You asking my skills? We haven't had a date yet.
I throw a dagger at her.
Hold on. You throw a dagger at her?
Yeah, I tell her to catch.
Natural 20. She catches it.
See, she's
Like-
fine.
Looking away with 2 fingers. I have no idea what you're speaking on here.
Yeah, I think you might be.
I've only been on the sea since I was 3 years old, but I don't know. And she's just being overly dramatic about it while eating eels.
I mean,
Come on.
compared to when I would have been 3, that's not a ton of experience.
That's very fair. But I've had, and she pauses, well, a lady can't tell, a while to gather experience.
Could I insight to see how old she is?
You can try.
Fingers on both hands and
You can certainly try.
Trevin's in the middle getting some experience right now.
That's a 14.
You're pretty sure she's over 100.
Damn. Oh, that gilf.
You have over a century of knowledge. It's fine.
How dare you?
How dare I what?
Once again, faux offended. She pretends to faint as she lays on the bench. How dare you give away my age? As she reaches on the table for another eel.
I just eliminated 100 to 0.
I see. I would see that level of age is more badass than anything.
She sits up, upright. I like you, Miss Sweetberry. I really do.
Yeah, is she an elf?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, a century is not that old for an elf.
Do-do-do-do.
It's old for me, you fuck.
It is old for you, but it's not old for an elf. I don't know why she's acting so dramatic like this.
I could do like maybe a solid 50 years past that and I'm dead.
Well, that would be a horrible time in my life, Miss Sweetberry. I sure like you.
Well, personally, my goal is to replace Brandon Barris, but that's a while off. Don't worry about that.
My goal is to get a guy to have a kid with his wife so that the child can save the world from demons in the future.
Your goal's a lot more selfless than mine. I respect that.
Just give up. Just give up.
No, it's fine. We told her to meet us in Waterdeep.
We'll just have to
But
make
then
sure
all
that,
of this bullshit happened.
we'll just have to make sure that whatever baby he has, it's trained to fight demons. It's not hard. Don't worry about it.
Did we just wrap it up and put it on this porch of a church or something? So
Aren't
they
there
can
paladins
pilot it?
with your guild?
I mean, probably, but we didn't train
Don't they
them.
own one of them? Make it like their life's purpose and all that. I'm sure they'd love to, bring the end of demons and shit.
Here, Wobble. She has a point.
Maybe death sentence on the paladin though, because mentors always die in those kinds of stories.
I'm pretty sure they want to die a martyr anyway. Have you ever met a paladin?
No, actually.
In a distance, he's not
Wow.
wrong.
Wobble says, I mean, usually the hero in these stories dies not long afterwards, too.
The Temple of Tyr is a really big thing in Neverwinter, and at least all of their paladins are very, Tyr's the god of martyrs, so they're a fucking piece of work, is what they are.
That sounds overly dramatic.
They really are. It's like watching a play, except they're just normal
Get
people.
bitten off when he was trying to prove a point.
What's that, Connor?
Wasn't Tyr's hand bit off when he was trying to prove a point?
Yeah, Tyr is literally the god of martyrs.
He really is. Even in God of War, he's like that.
But then, if I remember right, like Tyr and Torm are the two major religions of Neverwinter. So
That much I do know.
He is a God of War, though.
they both are. Neverwinter's kind of a badass little city.
I know. I play Neverwinter all the time. I just got my Red Drake mount.
You should play the OG games, not the MMO. Try them out.
I will now. Just gotta get
They're actually really fun.
Stony, after having a lot of conversation, is going to go over to where Kreven is, and he's going to be like, "Hey, buddy!" I know he wasn't trying to interrupt the mojo before, but the mojo's probably already flowing so much that it can't be stopped.
She's the female tiefling is rubbing her tail on the back of Kreven's neck.
Aww.
Is she drawing little hearts?
And funny enough, the end of her tail, instead of coming to like a jagged spear point, looks more like a heart. She is a pink tiefling, by the way.
Yeah. Angel Millie is making an off face. Devil Millie is pointing at both of them and then just holding up the number 3 and nodding lasciviously.
Just making diddle fingers.
Please tell me Stoney can see the little millies.
No.
No,
Damn it.
that's specifically a Kreven thing.
So is Millie just part of my conscious now?
Well, apparently she's wiggled her way into your mind.
Psychosis born of having to follow a nut job.
But Kreven probably looks visibly flustered, and he doesn't know why.
Kreven, you seem flustered.
I'm drunk, amongst other things.
She says, "Yeah, you are."
Perfect.
Do I
So,
know this tiefling?
Nope.
Okay.
Other than your friends, these seem to be very fresh recruits. They are still very young, too. She says, Kreven here was just talking about joining us in our adventures.
See, that's a bad idea, Kreven.
Well, yeah, don't you remember? You should totally come with us on our next adventure.
Kreven, I'd suggest against that. Boone is not worth the world.
What'd you say?
I said Poon is not worth the world.
I don't know what that word means, but okay.
She's staring daggers at you now. What kind of girl are you insinuating that I am?
One that seems to
One
be
that
rubbing
likes
the back
to
of my
have
friend's
fun.
neck with a
So
tail.
you do you.
Well, he's been flirting with me all night.
What is that word? Okay, whatever.
Poon means getting laid.
She's, what's wrong with that? Don't shame me.
Who
I'm
are
not
we
shaming anyone.
tiefling right now?
I imagine Millie's just like pulling Stony back, like, fuck out of here, Stony. He needs this.
Just kind of tapping on my shoulder. I think this could be really good for him.
Or really bad.
Okay,
Millie, when you walk up,
he does things tonight, but I don't want him to like abandon us for this person because we got a really batshit crazy thing to get handled.
Stony, you would.
He won't abandon us. I'm pretty sure we've wiggled our way into his mind.
If you two get
I mean,
closer,
look at the way he's looking around like that. He's clearly not all here anymore.
if you two get closer, you see that not only is she covered in Lathander livery, but Krevin has a little button fastened to his pants that says "I heart Lathander."
Millie's got nothing against Lathander. There's probably like a small sect somewhere in Neverwinter that she'd go for soup or some shit every once in a while.
Definitely.
Oh, hey, you're the soup people.
So, listening to Stoney's argument, she'll say, "Well, Krevin, I'll be here when you get back. Go with your friend."
We're not going right now, are we?
I thought we had a couple hours.
Yeah, as far as I know, we're staying the night. Like, that's what I thought. Ivana, when are we leaving?
We can either leave. It'll be ready to go in 2 hours from now. We can wait till morning if you wish.
Let's wait till morning.
Krevin, go have fun.
Kevin's already disappeared.
She takes you slowly by the hand, not as frantically as Dovin was, and leads you downstairs.
Yeah, she's a classy tiefling.
The male tiefling will just say, "My sister is something else."
Poor man.
When the male tiefling says "my sister," the devil on his shoulder as they're walking away like wretches.
Your sister
Like that's
really
super
wanted
straight,
him.
even evil Millie.
My sister has never been with a man, so she's very excited.
Oh, great. Kevin's like that too. It's all good.
Krevin's literally never done anything, so you know they're a good pair.
They're in for a very awkward night, I assume.
Okay, what am I rolling?
You don't know how holy that man is.
It's just, you're Stony Tark, right?
Yes, that is me.
Krevin, you're not rolling anything but in the sheets. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, Krevin.
No,
He reaches his hand out and says, "My name is Gabriel. It's nice to meet you, Mr. Tark. I've heard a lot about you from your brother Onyx."
Wait, this is a
What have you
tiefling
heard?
named Gabriel?
Huh?
This is a tiefling named Gabriel?
Gabriel, yes.
I fucking love it.
What have you heard?
Oh, many good things. He praised you in your ingenuity in mixing magic and mechanics, clockwork in particular. The gauntlet. He would not stop talking about the gauntlet.
Oh, this? Hold it up.
His eyes get real big. Yes, that! As a wizard, I aspire to be this good. This is amazing. And he takes your hand. Careful not to slide your gauntlet off, but he's just admiring the ingenuity you put into this.
Oh yeah, that thing's super dope. It's saved our lives on multiple occasions. And when did you get it all squished right there? What happened?
But he does turn some dials. It's like, I'm sure this one does an acid spray, and then he flips through. This one probably does some kind of fire magic.
Yeah, there's a lot of fire, a lot of acid.
And he's just turning things on your gauntlet, messing with it.
Just be careful you don't fire something off in here.
Turns your hand upside down, presses the button, and your hand floats up. As I suspected, a mage hand of sorts. This is and he's just geeking out over your gauntlet, like none other.
Millie's just sadly poking
Just
the
gushing.
Spencer's disc. She's just like, what happened?
Don't worry about it.
But the flying sled.
It'll still work.
Are you
just have
sure?
a seat.
All right.
Does he notice all of the weird modifications that don't seem to do anything?
He probably has pointed out the exoskeleton, and he's like, "Oh, this is a really neat." It doesn't seem like it's functional at all, but it looks really neat.
There's the exoskeleton elbow with the fur in it for some padding.
Mm-hmm.
there's the glowing crystal on the forearm, Wand of the War Mage on this side, the Shard of Awakened Tree on this side. Is that everything? Is that everything I put in the drawing I sent to you guys?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
This is-
they're just souvenirs I added on.
He says, well, my sister and, well, us, he points to the human sitting at the table, we're going to go hunt down a cave of kobolds not far away, but Master Stark, may we join you on your next journey?
I'm leaving tomorrow.
That's fine, we can go. Right? And the human rolls his eyes. Sir, I'm sorry, he's a very big fan. If you don't want us to go, it's okay.
No, you can come. I just want you to be aware that we're leaving in less than 24 hours.
His head hits.
Also, all of us have died at least once. Most of them more than once, and yeah, it's probably not going to be safe at all.
The human gets a really faraway look, and his head just hits the table. Let's go get some sleep, then, Gabriel. Apparently, we leave tomorrow.
Oh, you died before then. You'll be fine.
Gabriel stands up, and his hand. He shakes your hand with both his hands, just frantically, shaking your whole body. What? Thank you, Mr. Stoney. Master Stoney. We'll see you tomorrow. He's being dragged away by the horn, by Gabriel, or by the human.
What's your name, human dude?
I'll tell you in the morning.
Okay, bye.
I wonder if I sold him one of those acid flasks that I took from your laboratory in a different plane.
Oh.
If he died as a collector's item.
I had acid flasks in a laboratory?
Yeah, I had an acid flask, an alchemist fire, and one other thing that I've already used that I jacked out of your lab back in at Rabbinica.
Oh.
So, as the night slowly draws to an end, that's where we will end today's session. In the party's first adventure of Magrid in the Southern Isles. Well, first adventure in the Southern Isles, exploring the city of Magrid. It's been fun.
Well, most of the party's first adventure in the Southern Isles.
Yeah, Stoney spent a lot of time sleeping. Much needed R&R. Well, I don't know about relaxing, but rest for sure. So with that, we'll draw a close to session 29, guys. Our next session next week will be 30. That is nuts. That's a lot. That is a
I
lot.
think I joined in session 12?
Earlier than that,
7?
Sooner than I joined.
7 or 8, I think. By 7 or 8, Stoney was already with us, I think.
No, I joined at the beginning when you joined. Your first character died. First combat.
Nope.
Or
Yep.
FR.
Dovin and I are the
Same time
characters
as me.
that are walkers at this point because we've been here in session 1.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
So until then, make sure you check out Connor's channel, Versatile Diecaster. And as always, the Absolute Tabletop Official RPG group on Facebook.
Woo-woo.
Links in the description below.
Bye.
Bye-bye.